Hey there, it's your lovable rascal of a co-host, Zeke Freakin. With me, as always, is my indelible co-host, Kevin Faulkner. That's right, a little blast from the past for you.
Yeah, can't get rid of me. Can't get rid of me.
No. Then it would just be me and my many alternate personalities speaking into the void.
I mean, that could be entertaining.
You know, I was going to do like a Gargamel, but he didn't have anything to say.
Yeah, Gargamel's off on vacation, you know.
Mm-hmm. I'm enjoying the Bahamas! Anyway, no Sheridan this week, as he is busy.
Indeed. He's been busy a lot lately, you know.
Which means he has forfeited his right for us to respect him, so let's just talk shit about him for the next hour.
Well, I can't do that on command.
Yeah, well, no, I can. Let's begin with how much he sucks at Halo. Then we'll move on to his various political beliefs.
Look, man, I'm sure that once his internet stops sucking dick, he'll do much better.
I cannot wait for the day that he finally fucking fixes his goddamn Ethernet or whatever, and suddenly he's actually good at Halo Infinite and has a fucking Danny DeVito revelation about the game not actually sucking.
Yeah, he has a fucking come to Jesus moment where it's just like, oh my god, it's been good this whole time. And we're like, yes. We've been saying this the whole time. Every single time you have missed a melee, missed a headshot, or some other bullshit has happened, it's been your goddamn internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every fucking time. We've been telling you this for months.
Look, there's only so responsive a game can feel when it only receives like 30% of your packets.
Right, yeah. No, dude, it's like, it's so weird. The swap over with netcode and his internet sucking shit happened to coincide on the exact same day. And he's just had this weird perception that the game is magically garbage now. And I'm like, no, your internet sucks dick. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it took until he got into frickin', I think, A rank in Armored Core for him to realize, maybe my internet does suck shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took until him getting to, like, competitive levels in Armored Core before he realized, oh, maybe it is my internet.
He goes through phases of acknowledging it. Because when we actually play, he's just like, this fucking melee system!
I hate the game! This game is garbage! And then, like, frickin', like...
Why do my bullets go through him?
And then the very next day, the fucking very next day, he'll be like, yeah, I know, my fucking internet, nah. Like, it's like, he keeps forgetting that he has bad internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I keep trying to remind him in the moment, but he has this weird thing where he can only acknowledge what people tell him on, like, a 24-hour delay.
He also seems to believe, like, God, I hate that I'm talking so much shit about him while he's not here, but, like...
Oh, it's okay. He'll never fucking listen to this.
Right. I guarantee you, if he actually turns on, like, the frickin' network latency thing on his... on Halo Infinite, he will see his MS swinging wildly all over the place. Guarantee you.
Oh, does he not even have that on?
He keeps saying that there's, like... I don't think so. He keeps saying it's like, oh, there's no packet loss, but I'm like, packet loss and, like, latency are two different things. You can have no packet loss, but have hella latency and hella inconsistency. Yeah. Like, that's a thing.
And vice versa.
Yeah. So, like, guarantee you, if he turned on his fucking MS counter, it would be swinging all over the place.
Yeah. Anyway, that was an easy way to start.
Yeah. It has once again been about 3 weeks since we have fucking podcasted. So.
Oh, I thought it was only 2 this time. How does this time fly?
Yeah, it's been like 3. Yeah. Less than last time, I'll say that.
No, yeah, true. Yeah, true. Maybe because we decided not to wait for the guy who keeps holding us up.
Probably, yeah.
Man, fuck that guy and his fucking shitty Halo skills. His poor internet.
Yeah, fix your shit, 343.
Yeah. Also, he's going on vacation again soon, so maybe don't expect him anytime soon. I don't know.
Yeah. Consider this a fucking Sheridan vacation arc. The Sheridan hiatus.
Possibly. Well, because he can't stop traveling, from one. And also, He has just decided that the only times he can work are like 4 a.m. to noon. So
Okay, to be fair, he works Uber, and those are peak times for like earnings. So like, I get it.
no, I understand. It's not a him problem. It's an entire human race problem.
Yeah, yeah, it's a systemic structure issue, really, if anything. So,
Wow, getting fucked by the system again. How
again,
original.
Yeah, go figure.
Daring today, aren't we?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yep.
We serve food here, sir.
I'll take a triple bossy deluxe, 4x4 animal style.
Make it swim.
Light axle grease, burn it.
People used to talk like that.
Dude, every single time I watch like a movie from the 70s or 80s, there's like a 50-50 chance there's going to be a diner scene or they're going to be speaking in lingo exactly like that. It's like fucking I just want a grilled cheese. I just want a grilled cheese. Boil the cow, or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't know diner lingo. Also, why were they using diner lingo in a fast food restaurant in SpongeBob? That's just weird.
I mean, to be fair, they weren't. It was not like an established thing. It's Bubble Bass being Bubble Bass.
Right, Bubble Bass being a fucking pretentious dick. Right, my bad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no.
I love how the second time Bubble Bass shows up, like frickin' 10 seasons later, he gives another dumbass order, but he actually just says the things he wants on the burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought back Bubble Bass, and they've been using Bubble Bass a lot lately.
They brought back Nosferatu.
Yeah, that one's just desperate.
Yeah, that's just weird. Yeah. Yeah, more and more with the recent SpongeBob stuff, I've been seeing that they've been bringing back like old characters and like one-off gags and shit. It's weird.
The characters are fine. I don't mind if Bubble Bass is a recurring character. If anything, the show could probably use a little bit more antagonistic energy that isn't Plankton.
That is true, yeah.
But Nosferatu?
Yeah. Literally a fucking 5-second like non sequitur, and you're turning him into a reoccurring thing. Like the fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's good timing, but
yeah, it happens to coincide with the new Nosferatu movie, which is apparently really good.
Yeah, we're in the weird Nosferatu comeback arc.
The Nosfer Renaissance.
What's old is new again.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the modern pop culture. Literally everything old is new again. They can't stop remaking shit.
I guess that's the benefit of the public domain. Every now and again, some fucking old ass thing becomes super popular again. As much as the show is a garbage fucking piece of shit, we can't deny the fucking impact of BBC Sherlock.
Yeah, I hate that you're right. Yeah, it when I was watching that Amiku MD anime, like the fucking like medical drama mystery series that's currently airing.
Yeah.
It occurred to me in episode 3 that the main character has a fucking Sherlock mind palace.
Yeah, you come to that show thinking it's House, and then it turns into BBC Sherlock.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like
which might be the most insulting bait and switch I could possibly come up with.
Kinda, yeah. Look, I don't know how long I'm gonna stick with this show. We're like 5 episodes in, but like,
yeah,
it really is running into the Sherlock problem of we don't know how to build a mystery.
Yeah, look, the premise of let's make Dr. House more fuckable is a good one.
Yes.
But
yes, absolutely.
You gotta know how to write these things.
You do, yeah. Like,
and from what I understand, the show is quickly heading into fucking boomerang tier.
Like, the thing is, the mysteries and the ideas that they have for the mysteries are solid. Like, there is logic. Like, there is a line of logic being drawn between, like, events and cause and effect, but
Sure.
we
I
are
hope
shown
so.
almost none of it.
Yeah.
And it's not really... I think the best mystery we've had so far is the one where this girl, like, walks in front of a train after watching a cursed video, and it turns out she was having a repetitive motion seizure. Because, like, I think that's the only one where we're actually shown all of the pieces to fit it together.
Sure.
I think that's, like, the only one.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen the show, but I am familiar with that sort of lazy style of mystery exposition where it's just premise, and then main character comes in and explains how it happened.
Yeah.
Which is the laziest way to do that. Is shit BBC Sherlock did constantly.
Yeah, Amico MD is definitely in that tier, unfortunate to say.
Well, you could have been a contender.
Why, Noise Ito? Why did your beautiful designs have to accompany mid?
Fucking mouse is stuck there. My mouse is stuck. Anyway. No. Sometimes I feel like Noisy Ito might be going down the... What the fuck is the name? I keep forgetting her fucking name. The name of the Neptunia artist.
Oh, yeah, that artist, yeah.
Yeah, who's forever... who is immensely talented character designer, forever stuck on shit I don't give a fuck about.
Tsunako.
Yeah, Tsunako, yeah. I'm like, why can't anything like act like unironically actually great hire her?
Yeah.
So that I can like you know, for me, you know, just for me.
Yeah, because like I'm looking at the shit that she's known, or she. I'm looking at the shit she's known for. Cross Edge, Hyperdimension Neptunia, literally everything Hyperdimension Neptunia, Data Live, Fairy Fencer F.
I liked it. I played most of Fairy Fencer F. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was pretty good by Compile Heart standards.
Yeah, by Compile Heart standards, that shit's great. Yep.
Yeah. I like Data Live fine, but like something I really like.
Right. Yeah.
There's such immense potential here.
Yeah, I feel like Noisy Ito is beginning to get into like Tsunako tier a little bit, so...
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I mean, at the very least,
like,
there are still Haruhi novels coming out now, so, like...
Like, Tsunako is one of those artists where, like, I wish... You know what I fucking wish? I wish she was hired to do... You know that thing Atlas used to do with, like, various spin-offs where they'd hire, like, renowned fucking manga artists or whatever, like the time the fucking like Durarara illustrator did Devil Survivor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They do that sometimes. It's like I want Tsunako to do like designs for an SMT game or something.
Yeah, just get her in like it's like a guest illustrator. Who the fuck is texting me? Oh, it's Verizon saying that I paid my bill. Okay, fine, whatever.
Okay. We have received your bill. We have received your payment, and I've called off the hit squad.
Okay, good.
Good.
Thank you.
I'm glad, actually.
Yeah. Very relieved, if anything.
Yeah, which is funny because even Noisy Ito did that once. She did the character designs for Guided Fate Paradox, which was great.
Oh, she did. Yeah.
More of that, less of this.
Yeah. More guided Fate Paradox, less Ameko MD.
Well, the weird thing about Noisy Ito is that, like, she was gone for a while.
She was, yeah, because, like, I know she did a bunch of, like... It's like after the Haruhi series went on, like, a fucking 12-year hiatus or whatever the shit. She just stopped doing shit. I think she occasionally put out, like, an art book or, like, some, or occasionally she did some, like, promotional artwork for Haruhi Suzumiya or Shakugan no Shana for, like, anniversaries and shit, but...
Yeah. Yeah, they did the Dengeki magazine when it existed. Rest in peace. They'd occasionally do like Shauna short stories for various anniversaries or just to pad a new short story compilation or whatever. And she would usually do like a piece for them. Yeah. Which was nice. But like outside of stuff like that, she was just gone for a while. She wasn't doing like main character design work on anything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, aside from Guided Fate, aside from Guided Fate Paradox. Sorry, I forgot who we were talking about for a second.
Yeah, that's like the only exception. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, fucking wow. Yeah.
Anyway, industry. You've heard my plea. Put Tsunako on something I actually really like.
Yeah. And Noisy Ito, get better work.
Yeah, I want to know what the fuck. What stranglehold? What does Compile Heart have over her?
Yeah, yeah.
Big,
I'm guessing they just pay her really, really well.
there's got to be more to it than that. Like fucking,
Yeah.
how does an artist this good get shackled with Compile Heart of all people?
Right, like what is keeping her there for everything
Yeah.
she does?
Yeah. Like it's Compile Heart.
Yeah. It's like this is the one part of their output that's actually like consistent quality. So, fucking
They stumbled. Man, they must treat her like royalty because they would not be anywhere without her.
they have to, right? No, yeah, like
Yeah.
Compile Heart's popularity is entirely based on the strength of her design work. I hate to say it, but it's true.
That's what gets people in the door and tolerates the everything else.
Right, yeah. She makes cute girls. Therefore, you play the game because of cute girl. Unfortunately, game mid.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but cute girl game mid, so
Yeah.
Yep.
They have decent games. None of the Neptunia games I would describe this way, but they have decent games.
Yeah.
Although admittedly some of them don't involve Tsunako. Like Tsunako did not do character design for Mugen Souls. But
Well, yeah, but in that case, they got the fucking Disgaea dude, so...
that's what I'm saying. How could they pull him, but nobody else can pull Tsunako?
There are too many questions that can't be answered here. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like at this point, I have to assume it's some kind of blackmail.
Maybe? I don't know.
They have something. That's my conspiracy here. Look at me making Compile Heart conspiracies. I feel like 2014 Zeke again.
Making Compile Heart conspiracies while slurping Pepsi directly into your microphone.
That was easily a foot and a half away from my microphone.
It's picking up really fucking loud.
I can't help it. The Yeti is sensitive. You know this.
I know.
And it's a new Yeti, so it hasn't been fully broken in yet. So it's factory sensitive.
Yeah. It hasn't been broken yet. So,
which is crazy because I've turned it to minimum gain. If I was actually using default settings at like max gain, I'd be picking up shit from downstairs.
Oh yeah, you'd also just be blowing out the microphone like constantly, like
possibly.
You'd be peaking frequently. So,
yeah. I don't know why Yetis are as sensitive as they are.
It's fucking bizarre, bro. I don't know, man. Like, insane. God, that's loud. Fuck.
I'm trying to enjoy my drink here. Do you mind?
Can you enjoy it quieter?
No.
Motherfucker! God damn it! I'm not editing any of this out.
Yeah, no, I don't know why you would. It's funny.
Yeah, sorry, viewer. You have to listen to him slurp his goddamn Pepsi. You are the loudest soda drinker I have ever met.
Thank you.
That's not a compliment!
Sigh.
Fuck off! Stop it!
It's quality podcasting. By the way, I just scrolled into something else funny. You ever see the Unabomber's cabin in the FBI storage?
I have not. No, I have not.
Hold on, I'll DM you. Look at this photo of the Unabomber's cabin that's just in FBI storage. I love top comment. The FBI apparently has a Batman-style trophy collection from all the people in their rogues gallery.
It's just a fucking red cabin in a white room. What the fuck kind of liminal space is this?
That's the exact subreddit I got this from. Yeah, no, apparently the FBI just has like a fucking Batman trophy gallery.
What if we kissed in the Unabomber cabin liminal space?
I like the theories people are coming up with in this subreddit that like the agents like dare each other to go into the Unabomber cabin at night and tell spooky stories. You know, for whatever night means in this place. Night here just means turning off the warehouse lights.
Yeah, just turning off the warehouse lights and bringing like a fucking, like just like a fucking single lighter and just being like, ooh.
Why can't we have like these agencies in it? Like the FBI used to do, like they took the cabin. They took the whole cabin.
Yeah, that's just the whole cabin. It's just sitting there. It doesn't even look real. It looks photoshopped in.
Yeah, they just took the whole cabin. What are they doing now?
I just want to know how the fuck they moved it there.
Like, that's a good question.
Is this like one of those? You know what? Is this one of those like Amish cabins where they build it to be moved?
You know what? It could be. It could be like, yeah, like it used to back in the day. You used to be able to just order a pre-made cabin.
Yeah, this might be one of those then. Yeah.
Those are big ones upon a time.
Yeah. You can still get those in like.
Reminds me of that clip from Red Dead Redemption 2 that was trending a while ago, where John Marston wants to build a fucking build a barn, and then Uncle is like, "Oh, you don't build a barn, dumbass. What do you think this is, 1794?"
Yeah. Little known fact, by the way, back when I was like stuck in that cabin for 3 months, we were in Amish country. Like we were just like right down the street from like a freaking Amish settlement. So
I remember.
Yeah, all the cabins like behind the church and whatever were Amish built. So they even brought in a brand new cabin for someone else to live in. So yeah.
They had Amish cooties.
For Amish they worked. They were usable. They worked.
I'd assume so, or they wouldn't use them.
Yeah.
So that's fascinating.
Very fascinating.
What? Go.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask what you've been up to lately.
I was gonna say the same fucking thing. Let's go. All right.
Yep.
Well, guess who finally got his dead grandma money?
Congratulations on the dead grandma money.
Yeah, got a large by my standards, influx of money. So...
He got what we refer to in the business as an unprecedented windfall.
Yes, I did. Yes, and god damn, I've been using it. I'm not going to be using like all of it. I'm still going to be squirreling away some of it for like rainy days or whatever the shit.
The hole in the backyard is dug.
Indeed. First thing I did was just upgrade a bunch of the tech that I have. I got a new Roku, I got a new gaming mouse, I got like a USB hub so that I can hook more shit into my laptop. I got a new laptop. Because like...
For things to be hooked into, yes.
Indeed, yeah. No, so my current laptop, which I'm actually using as my like recording and editing suite, my old laptop has done me a lot of good the last 4 years. It is a good laptop.
Yes.
The problem is a GTX 1650 can only get you so far. So I started to run into an issue with a lot of like more modern games where I have to crank the settings super fucking low and I'm not even getting the performance I really want out of it. And there are just various limitations with the games that I'm playing that it's like I could be doing so much better.
Yeah.
If I had just a better laptop. So I dropped $1,200 on a brand new laptop, and about the only thing I don't like is the fact that it's on Windows 11. But like otherwise, damn, this thing fucking rocks.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I've got like basically everything is an upgrade from my old laptop. It's got a way better screen with better color accuracy. It's at 1440p. It's got like 1 terabyte SSD, a 3070 Ti in it, so like a really good GPU.
Nice.
And 32 gigs of RAM. So multitasking like nobody's business.
That's so much RAM.
So much RAM. No, yeah, it's a great machine. Really love it. Money very well spent. And the cooling on it is fantastic.
Fantastically loud. But yes.
It is loud, but it is effective, so I can't complain too much.
Sure.
Yeah. No, yeah, at full rip, this thing sounds like a goddamn jet engine, but at the very least, I can, like, use Discord noise reduction to get rid of it. Unfortunately, I sound kind of shitty through Discord as I'm using it that way, so, like, give and take. Yeah. It's a good thing I don't use in-game voice chat, because every single time I talked, there would be just like a freaking whir in the back, and everyone would be like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "Sorry, I'm on a gaming laptop."
Oh, I'm sure they're used to it.
Yep. But no, yeah. I also went to OhioCon, which was in Dayton this year. Only really went on Saturday though, so just one day. But it was a day well spent. Went to an 18+ panel called "I Watch It for the Plot, I Swear," which went over a bunch of different hentai that have like either really weird stories or oddly engrossing stories. There was this one anime that was talked about where like this girl this girl is the first inmate in an is the first female inmate in an all-male prison. The prison was just recently made co-ed, and she is the first female in there. And like
tale as old as time.
And like there's this whole story about like the prison warden just like sexually assaults her throughout the series.
Sure.
She like kind of secretly enjoys it, but like her fiance doesn't know any of this, and he's trying to get her out. But like the entire time, it's just like, why am I so turned on by this strong, handsome prison guard? Ooh, and like the entire time we are watching this fucking anime, everyone in the room is just like looking at this woman, just going back to the arms of this freaking abusive ass like prison guard. We're just like, your fiance you don't deserve your fiance. Justice for him. Yeah, no, we also watched an anime where I don't think they understand how the human body works. Not getting into that was like so weird. But no, that was fun. I did a lot of milling around the dealer's hall, just like doing a bunch of shit. I got to meet Veronica Taylor. And I got her to sign Volume 1 of His and Her Circumstances, which I brought it because it's like my favorite role she's done. And, well, like favorite role outside of like, you know, Ash Ketchum or whatever the shit. So like,
sure,
it's like my favorite role she's done, and I figured, you know, it would at the very least make a fun conversation piece. You know, it's an animation did like 20 years ago, so like maybe she remembers it.
I understand. I understand. Just strawberry egging her. I understand.
Yeah. Turns out, that is one of her favorite roles she's ever done. And we had a really nice conversation about it. Veronica's a sweetheart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's got a strawberry egg story.
Oh, yeah. No, Veronica's an absolute sweetheart. Loved talking to her. Loved meeting her. Hope I can meet her again sometime. That was just very, like, abundantly pleasant. Absolute angel she is. Sure. I also got a couple of anime while I was there. There were a couple of places selling, like, anime Blu-rays or whatever. So I bought Haruhi Suzumiya Seasons 1 and 2, which Zeke mentioned this in private before. Shocked I didn't own that before.
Yeah.
Considering how much I fucking love Haruhi, it's amazing I haven't owned the first 2 seasons up until now. To be fair, it went down to like $22, so at that point it's like, shit, why not? So
yeah. Sure.
But no, yeah, I have seasons 1 and 2 of Haruhi Suzumiya now, so I have the entire original anime, including the movie, on Blu-ray. Fantastic. And I also got Sonic X on SD Blu-ray, the Japanese version,
Yes.
which I've watched a few episodes of that. Sonic X is really good when you're not watching the 4Kids dub. It's so weird. So I've watched the 4Kids dub a few times. I know it pretty well. So when you really watch the Japanese version, it's so weird. It starts out as a fairly accurate dub, actually, but it slowly goes off the rails the further in you go. Like, the first, I think, 2.5 episodes are actually pretty accurate to the Japanese version. They're just straight... It's just a straight dub. Then you get to around episode 3 or 4, and suddenly all the characters start just talking in, like... Everyone just starts making, like, weird just saying, like, weird gags, and, like, they just add in all these non-sequitur humor and reference humor, and, they don't... The 4Kids writers didn't know what Chaos Control actually was in the first season, believe it or not.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite things to bring up about the 4Kids dub. The guy who wrote the 4Kids dub, Michael Hagney, apparently did not know what Chaos Control was when he was writing the first season. He thought Chaos Control was the name of Eggman's base. So...
Sure.
It doesn't show in the first 2 episodes because, like, you know, Chaos Control only happens in the first episode to bring everybody to the human world. But by the time you get to episode 4 and Eggman is trying to persuade Knuckles to work with him, he has to explain what happened to bring Sonic and his friends to our world, and he refers to his base as Chaos Control throughout that entire dialogue exchange, and it's like, that's not correct.
That's very funny.
Yeah. They didn't get it right until the second season when Shadow uses Chaos Control as his primary ability.
Confusing many an 8-year-old.
Many an 8-year-old, yes. Unless you played the games before. Which, I played the games before, so I understood that. But, yeah. That was very weird, by the way, when I was a kid watching that, and I'm like, why does he keep calling his base Chaos Control? That's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the Japanese version's actually really fun. Like, it doesn't really show in the first, like, few episodes, but as the show goes on, the 4Kids dub heavily alters a lot of various plot points. It implies Maria, technically speaking, died in the Adventure 2 arc, but it's not made explicitly clear, and it's implied that she's maybe forever captured and died in captivity, which is worse.
Yeah.
That's something 4Kids did a lot. Like, they would censor something, but inadvertently make it infinitely more terrifying. Like,
yeah.
Like in the 4Kids dub of One Piece, Kuina, Zoro's childhood friend that he had like a rivalry with, in the Japanese version, she died falling down the stairs transporting a precious family heirloom. And
I remember.
And in the 4Kids dub, she got the shit beaten out of her by a rival school, and she'll never be able to use a sword again. What the fuck?
Yeah, they do that a lot. Yeah. Even debatably, the concept of the Shadow Realm itself is actually worse than the original, which is just people dying.
Yeah, people just die in the original Japanese version. In the 4Kids version, they go to hell.
No, they don't die. They're fine. Their souls are just trapped in an endless nightmare void.
That's hell! You sent them to hell! Oh my god!
Yeah.
No, that's like the funniest thing about a lot of 4Kids dubs about like a lot of 4Kids dubs is that sometimes they'll try to soften the blow, but end up making it like way worse when you think about it too much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. But no, yeah, like probably the biggest thing. Every single time you hear people talk about Sonic X, what's the one thing people always bring up?
There's entirely too much water here.
No.
Oh. this delicious banana.
No, people normally talk about how much of an annoying cocksucker Chris Thorndike is.
Oh, yeah, I think, okay.
Yeah, so the reason for that is because his entire character arc was removed from the 4Kids dub.
Sure.
Because like in the Japanese version, he's essentially neglected by his billionaire superstar parents, and he's left alone to his own devices. Barely gets to see his parents at any point.
Right, I understand. I understand. They had just watched Richie Rich. I understand.
Yeah, he's neglected and alone, and Sonic is basically his only friend. Like Sonic and his friends are his only friends, really. So
yeah, like many a white kid.
Exactly. Yeah, he's just like me for real. Yeah, no, I love Chris.
No, he has money. I think you've missed the crucial part here.
Fuck yeah, you're right. Damn it, you're right. Rich little cocksucker. Anyway, no.
He gets money and Sonic. Fuck off.
Yeah, this kid's got it made.
Yeah, stop trying to convince me. Chris Thorndike sucks.
No, but like at the end of season 2, when Sonic has to go back to his world, he like shuts down the teleporter to send Sonic home, and then like absconds with Sonic and like, you know, goes off a freaking wilderness sabbatical. And because his entire character arc has just been removed from the 4Kids dub, it just makes him seem like it's like, oh, I'm selfish because I'm not going to be able to have Sonic anymore. It's like, no, he's fucking lonely. He doesn't have any fucking friends. Sonic leaves, he's got basically nothing. So, like, God. No, I actually love Chris Thorndike's character arc in the Japanese version. The 4Kids dub just gets rid of it. So, whenever people talk about how annoying Chris is, it's because they only watch the 4Kids version.
Sure.
Yeah.
Tumbling on themselves.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. No, yeah. Japanese version is actually a pretty good. It's a pretty good show when you don't got a bitch in your ear.
Understood.
On the subject of Sonic, I also got Sonic and Shadow Generations on Steam, so I did a replay of Sonic Generations. Still good. Still a good game, except for Planet Wisp. I want to know how Sonic Team made a throwback stage to the previous game and managed to fuck up everything about it. Sonic Colors was the game directly before Sonic Generations, mind you. So they had one game difference to bring back Planet Wisp and do a throwback stage. And they managed to make the worst stage in the game by a fucking mile.
Oh wow.
Because like it isn't like both the modern and classic stages are side-scrolling, which that's to be expected with the classic stage. But like the modern stage begins with like the frickin' like, you know, actual 3D movement, but then like 80% of the stage is side-scrolling, and it's the slow, like arduous side-scrolling that nobody liked in Sonic Colors. That just takes forever to do. It makes it an accurate throwback, but like even then, the side-scrolling sections in Sonic Colors didn't last that long. This is like an 8-minute stage, and 7 minutes of it is like slow, arduous side-scrolling. Wow. Yeah. And it's like, look, I get it. You wanted excuses to use the Rocket Wisp throughout the entire stage. You could have done that without it being boring and annoying. Also, the fucking Planet Wisp the classic Planet Wisp remix sucks ass.
I see.
Yeah. Like, the classic remixes throughout the entire game are usually pretty good, but like the Planet Wisp one is really not. It's really bad. No, that being said, still love Sonic Generations. The story's still a fucking nothing burger in this remaster, but at the very least, Ian Flynn's dialogue makes the game feel less juvenile. Because at the very least, Tails doesn't randomly start acting like he doesn't know what the fuck is happening. It's like, Tails, you're supposed to be a fucking genius. You should know all this nonsense. Anyway, no, the dialogue is way better in the fucking remaster, but the story itself is still kind of, you know, meh. That being said, I'm about halfway to 2/3 of the way through Shadow Generations now. Shadow Generations is really good, though. Wow.
Sure.
They take full advantage of, like, bringing Shadow into the boost formula and giving him a bunch of new, like, Black Arms based abilities. And it just makes the gameplay super, super fun and unique comparative to Sonic. And the stages and bosses are really, really nice. They revisit a bunch of older bosses throughout like Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations, and for Shadow Generations they revisit Metal Overlord from Sonic Heroes. The Metal Overlord fight kicks ass in Shadow Generations. It's really fun. But no, yeah, having a great time with Sonic and Shadow Generations. Great games, both of them. Might like Shadow Generations more. I don't know. We'll see how the game sticks the landing. But so far, I'm having a great time. Yeah, that's more or less what I've been doing. What you been doing?
I've been practicing for the clearing my throat competition.
Ah, I can see. I see you've been practicing. It's very good. Very good.
Yes, indeed.
I am personally out of practice.
Oh yes, true that.
Yeah. See, it's not as good.
Yeah, no. You could use some work. You know, I mean, you got potential, but could use some work.
Yeah, I could be a contender if I wanted to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Recently, I finally finished and went through the rest of Ancient Gods, since we have a release date for Dark Ages. I just finished up all the Eternal DLC. Great time. I got stuck on the Holt before, and then I was like, fuck the Holt, and I ended up dropping it down to Hurt Me Plenty just because the Holt sucks. And then part 2 was not nearly as hard. Part 2 was actually pretty fun. I thought part 2 was a lot more balanced. You could definitely tell they cut some corners in places because it was made at the height of COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that I hear pretty frequently about Ancient Gods, is that part 1 was very, like, part 1 was made, like, right before COVID really, like, kicked in.
Yeah.
And part 2 was made during lockdown, so a lot of it was, like, remote work, and like, the entire thing ended up being shorter and a bit more fragmented in design comparatively to part 1.
A little bit, maybe. Really the only main impact is that it's shorter, and I'm not sure the Dark Lord fight was as ambitious as they wanted it to be. The final version is basically a really souped up Marauder fight, which is fine, actually. I actually don't mind the Dark Lord fight. But yeah, and part 2 actually has some of my favorite level themes. I love the look of Reclaimed Earth. But yeah, the also the look of Imora, the true hell capital, is also really a lot of great aesthetics going on. But yes, the 3 levels are definitely a good bit shorter than the ones in part 1. Part one felt like it went out of its way to be like those 3 levels are actually kind of longer than base game levels, and base game levels are already pretty long. And I would say part 2's levels are just a bit shorter than base game levels by like a bit. So yeah, not nearly as many not nearly as much shit to find. I got 100% exploration on all of them without even trying.
Oh wow.
They also pad them a little bit because there's each one has a point where there's like an arena that'll give you like an option, like 2 optional wave fights. The first for a hammer upgrade, the second for a cosmetic. And that feels like a little bit like padding. It's fine. I don't mind just doing more arena waves or whatever. It's fine, but it definitely kind of feels like, hey, we can make the level last like 20 minutes longer if you wanted to, you know.
Yeah.
So it does have some stuff like that, but it is good. I think the Ancient Gods as a complete package is pretty good.
It is a nice extension of the main game.
Yeah. So I might go back and I might be in the mood for some more classic Doom. Maybe I'll actually finish. I got like halfway through Doom 64 CE, the GZ Doom conversion of Doom 64. So I might go back to that, or some other classic thing like Eve Eternity or something.
Okay.
I'm not sure. A lot of directions there.
There is much you could do.
Yes. On the console side of things, I don't know if I even talked about it last time, but I was playing a lot of Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm still going at it every now and then. Go on.
Yeah, you mentioned it like offhandedly, but you didn't really get into it, so.
Yeah, no, I assume since last we recorded, I played a significant amount more of Ghost of Tsushima, though I haven't this past week. I'll get back into it. I like it. It is a lot of game, though. It is definitely one of those open world checklist style games, and there's a lot of it. So, probably going to be sporadically making my way through that for some time. Though I feel like if it has one slight disadvantage, is that you kind of get all your toys like a good 15 hours in, and then there's just so much game left. And most of what you can get at that point are marginal upgrades to the same core combat loop. And that combat loop is really fun, mind you, but you do kind of get most of your fucking toys and kit like 15 hours in, and you still have so much game left, not even counting the Iki Island expansion. So yeah, I do like it, and I will go through it, but probably a little bit in bursts. Probably in bursts. I also went back to Raincode, and I'm gonna try to get through Raincode before 100 Line comes out. We'll see how that works.
Yeah, because apparently they're connected.
Well, I'm not convinced that isn't just Kadaka doing a wink wink hint hint on Twitter. You know?
Yeah.
Kadaka would have you believe everything's connected.
Right.
Not for any explicit reason. Mostly because he just wants you to buy his stuff.
Yeah.
He on that grind set, which I get because apparently they're going under currently.
Yeah. Kadaka need more money.
I like how you almost called him Kanaka, the Digimon Tamers guy.
Yeah. I love how for us, Chiaki Kanaka, for other people, he's the Serial Experiments Lane guy, the Technolabs guy, or even the Ultraman Gaia guy. For us, nah, Digimon Tamers.
Well, I haven't seen Lane. I've seen some of Digimon Tamers.
Fair enough. I'm just saying, for other people, that'd be really funny.
I'll see Lane eventually. I think it's on my short bucket list of shows that I'm like, I'd rather watch it on a CRT. You know?
Yeah, it's definitely one of those shows.
Yeah, I have a short list of shows that I'd like to watch on a proper CRT. Lane, Monster, some other ones, but I don't have one right now, so sue me.
And you don't seem to understand.
I don't.
That's the opening theme.
Well, I wouldn't know that. I haven't seen the show.
Well, okay, right.
Yeah, you're really,
I mean, I haven't seen the show either, but I know the theme.
Okay, do you want a medal? I don't. What is going on?
Yes,
here?
I do.
Oh, well,
yes,
I don't.
I do want a medal, thank you.
I don't have anyone to give you.
Okay.
So, yeah, deeply misfortunate.
You really like sing that lately.
Well, no, I've always said it.
Yeah. Well, more so, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going through, see if I was doing anything else. Oh yeah, I went back to my TTW playthrough for a little bit.
Oh yeah, you did, yeah.
Yeah. I've kind of figured out the intended balancing of. I was kind of going about the rebalance mod a little wrong. Also, I got out of an area where things are difficult. But yeah, it's going well. I'm still in the Fallout 3 half of it. I finished the base campaign. I'm gonna do Broken Steel and probably finish up the DLC. There's also the mod called Rebuilding the Capital that involves some stuff after Broken Steel. Not sure what that's about. I'll find out. It'll be cool. And then do the rest of the DLCs, and 40 hours from now I might get into the New Vegas half of the game, which is by far the larger half.
Yeah, the larger and arguably better half.
So it's not arguable.
Yeah.
If you argue that,
yeah.
you're stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm taking a break from my Fallout London playthrough to go back to my TTW playthrough.
You're taking a break from Fallout to play more Fallout.
Many such cases.
Many such cases, indeed.
Yeah, wait till I take a break from this to go back to my file I started on 76 for a while.
On that Fallout grind set.
This is why I got rid of the chart, by the way, because I'm just an indecisive Nancy these days, and I didn't want to keep making myself feel bad because all the games I wasn't finishing because I keep bouncing between shit.
Right, yeah. Some days you're just in a mood for a specific gaming experience, and you're just not really interested in just sticking with one game for an extended period of time. Like, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frequently. Yeah. Very up and down. Other than that, just waiting on that spotlight event this Wednesday.
Yes. Finally we get to know what the fuck they've been cooking.
Yeah, the Overwatch spotlight event is on Wednesday. Looking forward to that. I guess we could talk about the Infinite update if we want. We've been playing that.
Yes. We've been playing the Halo Infinite got a new update, new Operation Pass. They added Assault to the game.
Assault is fun. It has two problems. One, neutral bomb is broken in squads. And two, it's really defense-sided.
It's very defense-sided if you're playing
non-neutral, yeah.
If you're playing like non-neutral, yeah. Like classic Assault is very defense oriented in terms of balancing, so trying to actually get in there is kind of a pain in the dick. I would be shocked. It's a problem that is kind of shared with One Flag in that regard. It's better than One Flag, I'll say that.
Yeah.
But
yeah. No, I would be shocked. It varies a little depending on map, but I'd be shocked if most maps don't have like a 70% defense win rate. So it kind of a lot of the time it just feels like whoever gets defense first wins because of how the rounds shake out.
Yeah.
Neutral is fun, but neutral is broken in squads, so you can only play it in 4v4. But 4v4 neutral bomb is really fun.
I love 4v4 neutral bomb. It's probably my favorite version of Assault.
Oh yeah, no. If it wasn't Saturday, I'd be asking if we want to play some neutral bomb later.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's Saturday.
So not doing that.
Yep.
No, I'm also glad that Assault is in there, especially neutral bomb, because that is the basis for Griffball.
Sure.
So odds are pretty good that Griffball is going to be added in the next few months, because it's just another fucking Assault variant. So.
Yeah.
No, we have Action Sack is here now, but it's more of an action handful.
Hey, they put infection in there.
They did.
Which means that now you get vastly longer queue times for infection, so that's great.
That is true. Yeah. The only things that I really like in Action
don't worry,
Sack
don't worry. If we wait a few months, Halo fans will learn how to navigate a menu, and we'll get more infection.
Right. Yeah. No, the only things that I'm really like into in Action Sack right now are Hexagon and Duck Hunt.
Yeah, the rest of them kind of blow.
The rest of them are kind of shit. Yeah. The one where everyone's moving at like 1,000,000 miles an hour with swords and hammers is goofy as shit, but it's also nigh unplayable.
Speedball is odd.
Speedball is just dumb. It's very goofy.
I think I wouldn't mind Speedball so much if it was like half as long as it is.
It is a way too long game mode. I will absolutely.
I feel like they're all way too long. Goose Hunt just goes on forever. It's so boring.
Yeah. If you die early in Goose Hunt, then like that's it. You're just out of the game for the next 5 minutes until.
Yeah, I call that. Yeah, I call that. I call that the Reddit tab out mode.
Yeah.
Because I spend fucking 80% of the playtime in Goose Hunt tabbed out reading Reddit. Like, the maze one is probably the most boring, but at least I'm actually playing the game for most of that one.
That is true, yeah. Yeah, at the very least, the maze, like, actually is, active as a game type. But, yeah.
Maze sucks. Goose Hunt sucks. Speedball is mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Duck Hunt, and I like Hexagon, and like Infection, obviously. Yeah. That's about it.
There's also been some changes to, like, weapon balancing, and...
Mostly for the worse.
Mostly for the worse. I
don't get it. I feel like right before the Avenger was added, balancing was basically perfect, and they've just been fucking with it ever since.
It's weird, yeah. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Like, so, like...
Everything's just getting constantly slapped with micro nerfs.
Yeah, so, like, some of the nerfs I kind of understand the logistics of. Like, I kind of get why the heat wave for the vertical alignment has, like, more spread at range.
You could basically snipe with it before.
Yeah.
I feel like you could still reliably get people with the vertical in the ranges you're intended to. So that's most of the ranges I would actually use it at. So that's fine.
That's fine. I'm very mixed on the removal of the headshot multipliers on both the AR and the shotgun, though I will say at the very least the AR has a tighter spread to start.
Yes.
So more bullets hit.
I like it for the AR. I feel like I like it conceptually for the Bulldog, but I feel like the Bulldog needed some kind of compensatory buff.
It does, because, like, the Bulldog, like, a lot of your kills with the Bulldog are just going to be 1 or 2 shots with the Bulldog and then a melee. You're not actually going to clean up most kills with the Bulldog.
You could still 2-shot in some situations, but you gotta get real close.
You gotta get, like, up in their face, yeah, so... But, like, at that point, you might as well melee. So, like, yeah.
No, I feel like there is a zone where you can't melee, but you can 2-tap with the Bulldog. There's definitely a zone for that.
Right.
I think the main problem is more, it's very map dependent, and the rifles in this game, aside from the nerfed ass commando, are so good that it's like, why would I not have a rifle at me at all times, you know?
That's very true, yeah. Yeah.
The AR is the excuse that you start with it, but like, your BRs and bandits are just so good in this game that it's like, the Bulldog struggles to find a niche outside of certain maps. I do like it, and I go out of my way to use it, but it is a little situational, and I feel like it needed some... I understand removing headshot multiplier. I understand the design vision, but I feel like it needed some kind of compensation buff.
Yeah, I agree.
Which the AR kind of got, because they kind of reverted to something similar to its old spray pattern a bit, but like, yeah.
They did, yeah. Yeah, I'm honestly fine with the AR with how it is now. Like,
it's fine.
It's fine. I just don't know about the Bulldog. Yeah, it just feels like it's in this weird limbo of, like, not really having a clear-cut, like, niche within the sandbox at current.
Yeah.
That being said, we do have a new weapon, the Fuel Rod Spanker, which I love.
Fun.
It's fun. I love the Fuel Rod Spanker. Yeah. Now it's this really fun, like, middle ground between the classic Fuel Rod cannon and the and like the current, like, rocket launcher. Smaller projectiles that fire faster and have less splash damage, but you have double as many per loadout. So
yeah,
it's good. I like it a lot.
It's fun. Yeah, no, I think it's really fun. It's a great addition to the sandbox, and I'm just gonna say I like how it looks. I think it looks distinctive.
I agree. No, yeah, like, it's just nice to have something that is akin to the Fuel Rod cannon that works within the context of this game's sandbox, and just expands the power weapons significantly. Because, like, honestly, the power weapons have been kind of stagnant for a while. And this is a really, really nice addition to kind of shake that up.
No, a real nice addition's coming this summer, and they have the Mutilator.
Yes, yeah. We're basically confirmed to get the Mutilator then, so...
Yeah. Which I'm assuming is going to go in the same power spot as hammers and swords, which would be interesting.
That is true. It is half melee. It's like a shotgun with like a gravity weld melee. So
yeah,
that's gonna be interesting.
I don't know where else. I don't know where else it would be. I feel like it has to go in the fucking melee power spot.
It has to, yeah. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting. Imagine playing fucking like forest, and there's a mutilator spawn on where the sword is now.
Ah, oh, that's true. Yeah, because that's normally either a sword or a hammer. Yeah. So.
Yeah, spots like that are gonna probably where the mutilator is gonna spawn.
Fuck yeah! Can't wait for that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna say also I don't like the disruptor nerf.
Yeah.
To its range. Because I feel like that the DOT is nice, but I feel like that's kind of its niche was being the pistol that had like the range.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, yes. I mean, yeah. The sidekick is kind of a sniper rifle, but like it's like an alternative to that.
Right. But like the sidekick also now has like a more significant fall off range. You can still like fuck people up at mid range with it, but whatever. But like. The benefit of the disruptor was, one, it was, a freaking shock weapon. You could disable vehicles with it, but also it was a pistol that didn't actually have much of a fall-off range. You could just use it at range.
Yeah. Yeah, and it had, now it has, since that update, it has lingering damage over time too, which is neat.
Yeah. So, like, the range nerfs just kind of...
I still like it, and there's still reason to use it, because it is I feel like all the pistols are pretty good, actually. But like, it has a less clear use case. Like I used to pick up the disruptor because it was the disruptor and it did this very specific thing. Now I pick up the disruptor because it's a pistol and it's good and it's there, so I might as well.
Yeah.
I'm picking it up for the same reasons that I pick up the other pistols, which seems a little counterintuitive.
Right. Again, it makes it so like it doesn't have as much of a clear-cut space within the sandbox. So.
Aside from disabling vehicles, but also the plasma can do that now. So.
Yeah, the plasma pistol can do that now. So just use the plasma pistol if you need to, like...
I don't like that change, by the way. Like, I understand, like, yeah, that's always been a Halo thing, but we invented the shock weaponry for this purpose. And I feel like when the plasma got buffed to charge faster, and it did, I think it got a slight damage buff as well, that alone made it more usable. I don't think it needed to get its vehicle disabling properties back. It's intruding on the niche that the shock weaponry is supposed to have.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I understand it's one of those things old heads celebrate, but like, we invented shock weapons for this purpose.
That is fair, but like, it also... So like, it's one of those situations where it really depends on what the weapon spawns are on a map, because you could have a situation where... the weapons where, like, you have vehicle, like, say you're playing on Behemoth, and the weapons that spawn are there's like no shock weapons. There's nothing that can actually disable a vehicle, so you have to prioritize power weapons specifically to disable those vehicles. Adding the vehicle disabling to the plasma pistol again lessens the likelihood of something like that happening. Because at that point, there's more likelihood of you being able to actually disable it based on what's actually there. Because, like, it's either a mangler, a disruptor, or a plasma pistol. And the only thing there, now that cannot disable a vehicle, is the mangler. So, honestly, in terms of thinking of it in that way, I actually think it's fine.
Yeah. I guess so. I think what would probably help more is if there was a fucking shock rifle spawn on Behemoth. Which I don't think there is. There's not a stalker or shock rifle spawn.
I believe, yes there is. Yeah, there is one. It's either a pulse carbine, a stalker rifle, or a shock rifle. So, yeah.
Where the hell is that?
God, I believe... it's on...
I'm going through all the spawns in my head. I don't think there is a one.
I think it's at one of the... Is there? I would have to I don't like behemoth.
Okay, no,
I don't like to think about it. So.
no, let me lay it out for you, because I'm pretty sure I know all the spawns on this map. On the flag bases, on the one side you have a rifle spawn that's going to have a commando, a bandit, or a BR, and then on the other side you're going to have a pistol spawn that is a disruptor, plasma pistol, or mangler. Then towards the sides you have these skewer/sniper spawns. Then on the pillars in between the skewer sniper spawn and the flag bases, you have another spawn, which is another rifle spawn that's going to have a commando or a bandit or whatever. Then under the bases in the bridge area, you have SMG spawns that are going to have an Avenger or a Needler or a Sentinel beam. And then in the middle, you have like the equipment spawn. I feel like that's all the spawns. I don't think there's any other spawns.
Oh, you also have like the Hydras off to the side, so like the
right.
Like
oh,
the
yeah,
Hydra,
oh yeah,
yeah.
those are in the corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
think
right. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, that's all the spawns. I think. I don't think there is a stalker rifle, shock rifle spawn.
Right. So like in that regard, I think it's actually fine that the plasma pistol has its disabling properties back, because it gives more likelihood of being able to actually disable vehicles.
The problem I have with discussing vehicles in this game is people can't seem to make up their mind whether they're fucking paper tigers or like the most oppressive thing ever put into a video game.
It depends on who uses it, weirdly. Like, some people are just like fucking cracked with like the frickin' Banshee or whatever the shit and can't get hit no matter what you do. So...
You know what vehicle I love that needs to spawn more? The fucking Wasp. I never get to use the Wasp. The Wasp is so fun.
Yeah, the Wasp is great. I don't know why the Wasp isn't really in the game very much. So, like... Yeah, I think the only places where the Wasp actually spawns is in, like, Big Team, so...
Well, we need to play more Big Team.
We need to play more Big Team, yeah. So, like... And even then, it's a rarer spawn.
Yeah, only on certain maps. Only on, like, fucking High Power and Oasis, I think. And maybe some other ones.
Yeah, I think it's like only on like UNSC maps.
Well, dang.
Yeah, which makes it very limited.
No, the Wasp is fucking fun. I don't know why then we use the Wasp more.
Yeah, no, I would love to use the Wasp more. Fucking 343, get on that.
Everyone's like, the Falcon, go to the Falcon. Like, I just want them to spawn the Wasp more.
Yeah, no, same.
Yeah. You know, I feel like balancing wise, the balancing has been like the one thing about this update I have mixed feelings on. I feel like we're heading into a Rainbow Six Siege style, nerf or nothing style balancing, where there's like, this gun is slightly overperforming, nerf, and then it's like, okay, well, the next gun is slightly overperforming, nerf, next gun is slightly overperforming, nerf, and it's like, well, yeah, you keep making everything else weaker, and eventually you end up in a situation like Siege where every weapon is a fucking pool noodle.
Yeah, I'm
and
really...
you still have a dominant weapon because one of them has to be the best.
Yeah, I'm really hoping we don't get to that point with Halo Infinite, because I really like the weapons sandbox in Infinite.
Yeah, I thought it was perfect right before they added the Avenger. The Avenger's a good addition, obviously, but like, yeah, now they're just fucking tinkering with it I blame the HCS guys. They're just fucking tinkering with shit to tinker with it.
Yeah.
Because of some fucking niche problems in their fucking format. And they are making some ranked only changes, but like a lot of other changes are just going to the entire game, and I feel like they don't need to.
Yeah.
Can I also point out that he specifically said that he was busy today, and yet he's in his own fucking chat waiting for us.
Yeah, what the fuck is he doing over there? Yeah, he just texted me like, mirror, and I'm like, we're recording, you dumb shit!
We told you we were going to be recording. You told us you were going to be busy. Just ignore him. Just ignore him.
Yeah.
Just ignore him.
Yep. Anyway. Anime, yes.
Anime?
New season, new anime.
I think you binged all 100 Girlfriends in the time since the last episode.
Yes, I have. I have binged all of 100 Girlfriends. I am caught up on that. Damn it, this is a really fun rom-com. I love it.
I knew you'd like it.
You know me pretty well at this point, honestly. You know my tastes pretty well. So
yeah, no.
It's
very funny.
Yeah, no, I really love 100 Girlfriends. Like, the thing with a show like this, like with any harem anime, is that
Sure.
the inherent problem with a lot of harem anime is that there's usually one pretty clear winner in the harem, or at the very least, like, the show tries to pretend that, you know, every girl has a chance, but ultimately, you know, there's only going to be, like, one girl at the end who, you know,
Sure.
who the main guy gets with. This show solves that problem right out the gate by saying all the girls are winners.
Yeah.
So,
this is a very Reiwa energy show.
yeah, no. First off, that's fantastic.
Sure.
But also, we are like I think like 8 girlfriends in with the anime right now.
Yes.
And every girl is so fun and so, like, each one fulfills a niche within the main group, and with like having a really fun dynamic with the main character Rentaro.
Mm-hmm.
Or Rentaro.
No, it's Rentaro.
Rentaro, yeah. Just, I keep getting that like mixed up in my head, but no, yeah, Rentaro is a fucking Chad, frankly. So
Yeah, like 6 episodes into the show, you start realizing, oh no, they're lucky to have him.
yeah, they're lucky to have him. He is the best thing that could have ever happened to these girls. He is amazing, absolute angel. I have seen women who have gone into 100 Girlfriends being like, man, I wish I was 101.
Yeah. Right. Uh-huh. Which I feel like is what you have to do to make this premise work, but like, yeah, it's endearing. It's great.
No, it's very endearing. It's such a fun show, and I love all the girls. They're all so fun, but like,
Sure.
damn it, Shizuka's so fucking cute, dude.
Right. Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
so sweet. She's such a cutie.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's very solid production too. People may or may not be killing themselves to make it. Probably.
But it
I like
looks
how that-
really good.
Oh yeah, no, I like that incident where the fucking character designer was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Oh my fucking shit!" And then the next day they're like, "I was just kidding." I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. This industry isn't a nightmare at all. But damn, what get some nice looking cartoons out of it.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
We here at the Bakagaijin honor your sacrifice.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently he got a flat. Oh, apparently Sheridan got a flat tire. So.
Oh well,
that'll do it.
Lucky him. Like, yes, he may be missing out on income today, but you know what he does get to do? He gets to bitch at us about it for the rest of the day. So really, it's a win for him.
That is a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, indeed.
Fucking. Anyway, I've been watching things.
Yes.
Dr. Stone is back.
Yes.
Dr. Stone Science Future is back. The
Amazing,
3-part. Yes.
Amazing name, by the way. Science Future.
Yes. This is the split triple core finale. Yes, we're 2xing this shit. Which is the right move, honestly.
Yes.
Yes. I have some mixed feelings about where the manga ends up, but like for the most part, I'm pretty positive on it. So I'm enjoying seeing this material get adapted, and will continue to do so. Fucking Hanako-kun is back. He always comes back.
He always comes back.
It looks great. The production is on point. It's almost like they're apologizing for how COVID hit that show like a truck in like its last like 4 episodes. And so now they're fucking Hanako-kuning as fuck. I don't know how else to describe this art style.
Yeah.
So I love this art this mangaka's art style, and they're so faithfully colorizing and adapting it. It is so fucking beautiful to watch this art in motion. I love the production on the show. I mean, I like the show itself too, obviously, but like just how it looks, mwah, peak me.
Indeed.
ReZero is back again.
Yes, I need to watch the first episode of the second half. Yeah.
What? What? You have? It's been like 3 days.
I'm aware. I've been busy with new laptop.
God, fuck you, fake fan.
I'm sorry.
I declare fake fan.
I'm sorry. I'll make it up. I'll make it up today. I'll make it up later today.
Well, how am I supposed to? I can't talk about this now. Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Yep.
Speaking of White House, I also went through and finished. I finished up. It had already finished, but I had fallen behind. So I finished up. I had like 5 episodes left of Sengoku Yoko, Thousandfold Chaos arc. So I finished that. It's a good show. It's good. Very interesting. This is a series that Mizukami, you know Mizukami, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he wrote this monthly from like 2007 to 2019. And according to him, this is like his most off the cuff sort of as I go style thing he's ever written, and it feels like it. This show, the entire plot shifts direction basically every 4 episodes or so. Which makes this a really good show to recommend if you want something where you have no fucking idea where it's going. That said, there's weaknesses to that approach. Which is mostly that the story goes in the direction of whatever random idea the author had over the course of 12 years. So some things don't quite get the payoff they should. Some things get introduced and just go nowhere. But you also get a lot of interesting wells of creativity to tap into that probably wouldn't have happened otherwise. So I do find it a fascinating show. If nothing else.
It is definitely, yeah. That does sound fascinating. Like, maybe I'll give it a watch. I don't know. It sounds like it'll be a fun viewing experience, to say the least.
It is. I would say it's a fun viewing experience. With some fun characters and fun themes. It's good. It is good. I might like the first arc a little bit more. Second arc is still great though. It has some very good high points. But there are things I could nitpick. I'm doing a fucking Spider-Verse compliment sandwich here, you know?
Yeah.
The problem I have talking about anything I like is that, like, unless I really, really, really like it, talking about things I like but have reservations with always ends up with me kind of accentuating the negative in ways that aren't exactly fair to it, because if something's good, I'm like, well, that's good, obviously. I mean,
it's like this.
No need to put a hat on it.
Yeah, this
no
doesn't
need to put a
require
hat
any
on a hat.
further explanation. Yeah.
The things that are good, and that people know, but they don't know because they haven't fucking seen Sengoku Yoko, so they don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You know. So all I have to talk about are the things that annoyed me slightly, you know, which makes it sound like I have a more negative opinion than I do.
Right. Yeah.
It's my eternal curse, really.
No, like I get it. It's kind of like how I was talking about Sonic Generations earlier, and how I just started bringing up the shit that didn't work. Yeah, how I brought up Planet Wisp.
Yeah. No. Welcome to the Bakagaijinshow, where we complain about things we actually like.
I want to be clear. Sonic Generations is my favorite 3D Sonic game. Okay, so
sure. Yeah. You must believe him.
Yeah.
He will not elaborate.
No. I mean, I could elaborate, but, you know, then I'd just be...
But he won't, because we're on anime now.
Yeah, we're on anime now, not video games.
Yeah.
Sonic, be gone. Anyway.
It's easy for him. He goes very fast. That's his thing. He can skedaddle in an instant.
Yeah. Before I even finished saying that, he already left.
He's already halfway there. You want
to see him run to that mountain and back? You want to see him do it again?
Have you been keeping up with Daima?
I am like 2 episodes behind, but I have been seeing like what's been going on like fucking Twitter and shit. So
I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking face.
You can talk about it. Like, go ahead.
I was hoping you'd bring up stuff I'm waiting to see how it ends before I have any definitive feelings on it.
Right, yeah. That seems to be where a lot of people are. Because, like, a lot of people seem to be a little bit, like, iffy on, like, the overall direction so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people are just waiting to see if the show will actually stick the landing at the end.
Including you, listener.
Yeah.
Because I guess we're not talking about it till it finishes.
I guess so. Yeah, we'll do, like, an entire freaking Dragon Ball Daima section, I guess. I don't know.
But I'm not committing to that. I'm just saying we'll talk about it when it finishes.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We could have enough to talk about in like a whole fucking segment. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a main segment thing.
Okay. Fair enough.
Maybe. As a joke, we watched the first episode of Momentary Lily.
Yeah. We had to, out of sheer curiosity, check out the first episode of the new Gohan's anime, and boy, that is some Gohan's ass Gohan's.
I had intended to keep making it a thing before that we watched a new episode before our movie nights. I just kept forgetting to.
Yeah.
Or stuff just kept coming up.
And at this point, it's like freaking 6 episodes in. So yeah.
Yeah. And at this point, we're like, is it really worth picking up again for Momentary Lily? Probably not.
Probably not. No. No. Yeah. Episode 1 alone was just that. I appreciate that Gohan's has refined their style to a point of more or less competency.
Yeah.
But it's still Gohan's as fuck. You still have these, like, obscenely detailed, practically photographic backgrounds, but, like, the backgrounds sometimes appear in, like, weird, skewed, like, POVs.
Fishbowl lenses.
Like, fishbowl lenses and shit. And the character designs are, like, super fucking detailed with, like, the most immaculate hair animation
they
you'll
are
ever see
so
in your life.
proud of however they're achieving the hair flow. They're so proud of it.
They're also very proud about that one girl whose breasts will never stop moving. Every single time she was on screen, it's like she moves ever so slightly and those things just start going.
Yes, it reminded me of PS3 Ninja Gaiden, where you could initiate jiggle physics with the 6-axis controller.
A little bit, yeah. No, that shit's funny. That shit's fun. Now, Momentary Lily. Apparently, the writing for this is actually not bad, but
yeah,
it's just you have to deal with Gohan's doing Gohan's things while you're watching the show. So
I enjoy Gohan's doing Gohan's things.
Yes, no, we have fun with that. We are handshaker truthers.
Don't call us that.
Yeah, handshakers is peak actually.
I'm talking about more things post in the post
handshakers.
Yeah, the post handshakers zeitgeist.
Yeah. Sorry, I just like bringing up handshakers because it's funny.
Yeah, I understand. Anyway, later on, at some point, I'm gonna watch. They started. JC staff is back with the milk. They remembered that they had to finish Danmachi season 5, so now they're doing that.
Them just being like, we're making anime right now, but we're forgetting something. Ah, shit.
Fuck, I forgot. Ah, shit.
Fuck, we forgot Danmachi again. Motherfucker.
To be fair, if there's one studio that makes so much shit that they can be accused of forgetting to finish something, it's probably
JC staff, yeah.
Yeah. Oh fuck, we're supposed to. Oh shit. The schedule. The fuck. Yeah. But it's back. And it'll finish. So
finally,
you know.
God, I'm sorry. That does remind me of a fucking amazing joke that they had at the beginning of 100 Girlfriends season 2, where where it's just like they say that after 2 weeks, the love of your relationship will start to dwindle. It's been a year and a half. It's been a year and a half since the last episode aired. We're overdue.
Yeah.
We need to make sure Ritaro still loves us.
Yeah, that's funny.
I honestly love the fourth wall humor in 100 Girlfriends.
Well, I like how they adapted, because the manga has its own like fourth wall jokes based on its format and its publication, and the anime does that, but like it adapts it to its own circumstances, which is very clever.
Yeah, I appreciate, like, really early on, they do this whole thing where it's like, they truncate some stuff in the manga and they bring attention to it. As, like, if you want to know what happened here, just read the manga. Now available.
For all the spicy details.
Yeah. No, yeah. No, again, I fucking love 100 Girlfriends. It's a fantastic show.
Sure.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yes. Glad we're on the same page there.
Yes. Agreed. We're agreeing so hard right now.
We are agreeable people.
Well...
Okay, for the most part.
Some may disagree.
Hey.
Yep. And yes, I will. I'll keep watching Haruhi. We'll have our fucking Haruhi episode at some point. I've been busy, and also I tried to watch some last night and I couldn't because PSN is down. Let's bitch about that for a second.
Oh god, yeah. PSN has been down.
PSN has been
20
down.
Hours, yeah.
Yeah, and it's fucking stupid. I tweeted about this. It's fucking stupid that some apps like YouTube work perfectly fine when PSN is down, but then others like Crunchyroll still work fine, but keep giving you the fucking maintenance pop-out, making it unwatchable.
Is it like...
You have to keep...
Does it keep happening like every 5 minutes or some shit?
No, it happens like every 5 seconds.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck that.
No, it gives you the pop-up, and you can close out of it, and then in the instant between pop-ups, you can still control the fucking thing and even start episodes if you want, but it'll keep giving you the fucking pop-up like it's broken. I'm like, it's not broken! I'm navigating the app right now! You just keep fucking annoying me!
God, why did they make it so that literally everything had to go through PSN like that? Because, like, apparently...
I don't even think it has to, because YouTube works fine.
Right. Apparently you can't even, like, pair a disk drive to your PS5 if PSN is down. You can't pair a disk drive.
Well, I mean, you could use the disk drive if it's already paired, but you can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I think it's like some... That one seems like some kind of authentication issue to me, but, like, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I just... God. No, it is amazing how completely useless your PS5 is if you don't have PSN. If PSN is down.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it is just you had to have shit set up before. Like, shit really starts breaking if you just don't have things set up.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah. Hope that gets fixed soon, because otherwise I can't fucking use Crunchyroll on this stupid thing.
Right, yeah. It's like, there's anime that needs to be watched, bitch. So...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get on that.
Yep. Fix your shit, Sony.
Mm-hmm.
I like just telling companies to fix their shit now. It's just funny. And also true. They should. They all should. Fix your shit.
Okay.
Fix your shit, Twitter. First step: assassinating Elon Musk.
So somebody, I just scrolled Reddit again. Somebody posted that fucking green text from 2021. Peter Parker turns evil. Suddenly says shalom when answering the phone. Unironically, for real, no bullshitting. Actual question, legitimately. What the absolute fuck did Raimi mean by this?
Sam, you got something you want to say?
I think the most charitable reading of that is that he's just being, like, it's just like a cheeky fucking greeting.
Yeah, he's just being sassy. It's just the sass coming on. So
yeah. Now the fun reading is that Sam was sneaking a little bit of anti-Semitism past the you-know-whos.
Yeah.
You know, if we have a little laugh here, we have a little chuckle.
Yeah. No, but I like to think it's just an example of Peter being a lot more confident, but also just a snarky bitch.
Yeah, I think it's just a flippant way of reading someone.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like smell you later, but like for greetings.
Yeah. Shalom.
Smell you now.
That is like almost fucking Hannibal Lecter's like prison inmate. I smell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this first segment.
I think that'll do. All right.
Yep, stay tuned for section number 2. Hey, welcome back to the Baka Gaijin with those fucks, you know.
Those 2, not 3, 2.
Yes.
Third fuck is absent.
Yes, he's bored and lonely, what the kids call bonely.
That is something completely different, sir. I think bonely is something different.
No, but bored and lonely, it's bonely. Bored and lonely equals bonely.
I don't know about that one, Shea.
I think the guy who invented Kellogg's knew that.
Anyway.
You know it's true.
I don't know how to follow up on that.
I know how to follow up on that with the news of the weird.
Ooh, it's been a hot second since the news of the weird.
And we've got some weird news for you today.
All right, well.
Which I will now read to you. Our top story. Michael Bay has been arrested in the Vatican for trespassing, he says in a video he turned himself in.
Ah.
Yes, that Michael Bay, yes.
Like the Transformers guy.
Famous filmmaker Michael Bay, best known for directing the Transformers movie, says he was arrested while trying to enter a restricted area at the Vatican. Bay shared a video on Instagram where he appeared to be in custody and wearing handcuffs. In the clip, Bay is seen standing on Vatican grounds explaining what happened. They are taking me to the prison. It's a local prison here. Let me tell you, do not break into the Vatican. I got handcuffs on right now. I turned myself in. While the full details of the incident are still unclear, Bay admitted in the video that he attempted to enter a restricted area, which ultimately led to his detention by Vatican security.
Why were you trying to enter a restricted area in the Vatican, Michael Bay? What were you doing at the Vatican, Michael Bay?
Nobody knows, but he'd like to warn everyone, don't try to break into the Vatican.
Don't try to break into the Vatican. Worst mistake of my life.
So if you had any weekend plans, might want to rethink them.
Maybe, yeah. Is this like a PR stunt? Is this like a thing for a new movie he's doing?
I don't know. He's a weird man. It could be any number of things.
Michael Bay is... I don't know what to make of him some days, man. Because, like... he supports the military-industrial complex, but at the same time, he supports artists and condemns AI art, so...
Yeah, I know. I also hate having to see people as people with complex views.
I do.
Speaking of complex views...
Yeah.
In our next story, Bill Gates says Steve Jobs once told him he should have taken acid to make Microsoft products look better. I think he might have been onto something.
Okay, you know what? Maybe Steve Jobs had a point.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs didn't have many good points, but that might have been one of them. Look, man. Everything's better on drugs.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Boy aged 13 arrested at hospital for impersonating a doctor after turning up wearing scrubs and a fake ID.
Oh, this feels like the plot of a Robert Rodriguez movie.
Witnesses claimed the youngster attended the hospital on the morning of January 19th.
Who wrote this? A fucking 75-year-old woman?
The youngster, with his fucking Caterpie collection, attended the hospital on the morning of January 19th wearing scrubs and a fake ID. Police were called to Derryford Hospital in Plymouth around 10:30 a.m. It has not been confirmed what part of the estate the youngster was on, nor whether he had access to patients or medical records. Police are now confirmed officers attended the hospital, and they were initially arrested, but later dealt with by means of words of advice. No further action will be taken. That's how you know it was a white kid.
Yeah, this is a black kid. Like, he'd be in jail, and he would be, like, on bail and shit, and, like, his parents would have been called, and, like, it's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. So there's some nice white privilege in action for you.
Yeah. It's also just really, really weird that some fucking 13-year-old was able to just, like, abscond with some scrubs and just get into... and just, like, impersonate a doctor for literally any period of time and no one noticed for, like, a minute.
Yeah, dude, fucking... I don't want to get into it. I don't want to go into my personal experience, but you can get into a surprising number of places by holding a clipboard and wearing a high-vis vest.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that.
Yes, indeed. I will
in
make
other
a note
news
of that for future reference. I don't know
in
why
other
it would
news,
be future reference.
Yeah, stop telling it yourself. It's a podcast.
Anyway,
we're podcasting right now. In other news, Ferrari reportedly threatens to blacklist super rich buyers who customize their cars with strange designs. Ferrari is reportedly contemplating blacklisting drivers who go too far in personalizing their cars after purchase, as the luxury car maker tries to find a balance between protecting its exclusivity and servicing a lucrative customization market.
Okay, so if you were ever planning on making a Ferrari Atasha, bad news.
Yeah, the Italian car maker is growing weary of its drivers' increasingly garish customization requests, and its CEO is keen to take steps to narrow the scope of its own color offerings as a result. Benedetto Vigna has warned of the prospect of a growing number of strange Ferraris being unleashed on the roads, devaluing the brand. We've been thinking internally maybe to predefine the color combinations. We have to pay attention because we have to defend the values and identity of the brand. We will not make a strange car for sure.
God, I fucking love...
I need to see some examples of what he considers to be a strange or garish car.
Yeah, what's your idea of a garish car? Because, like, if it's just, like, freaking lime green, like, okay, it stands out on the road, but like, it's not, like, freaking ridiculously, like, over the top or anything. It's a fucking lime green. Like, are people asking for, like, fucking zebra print fucking, like, Ferraris or some shit?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like,
but I want to know.
Without seeing your examples of what an outrageous color scheme for a Ferrari is, I don't know what to make of this. Also, Ferrari is way too up their own ass about their own fucking image. Because, like, you have a fucking Ferrari. No one cares what color it is. It's a fucking Ferrari.
Oh, yeah.
Protect the image. You're Ferrari! You already have an image of being Ferrari!
In other news, a man claimed he was, quote, warming up his chicken in sauna after becoming aroused by pool jets.
What?
Xing Zhang, age 59, was said to have become... 59-year-old man. 59?
59.
What an interesting age to be. That's a callback. Was said to have become aroused by the feeling of pool jets in his bottom. Thanks. A man who was caught with his pants down in a sauna claims to have been, quote, warming up his chicken, a court has heard. Xinjiang had been for a swim at a university leisure center when a woman noticed him staring at her from the sauna. The 59-year-old had shorts down to his knees and was touching himself at the time, it is claimed. Prosecutors said he had become aroused by the feeling of the pool jets on his bottom. He was confronted by staff at the Tom Husband Leisure Center in Salford University, who told him he was banned and alerted the police. Zhang was charged and pleaded guilty to a charge of outraging public decency at an earlier hearing. Well, I don't know if it was outraging. He admitted to touching his private parts, but denied he was masturbating or that it was a sexual act. In his basis of plea, Zhang said he was, quote, cold from having been swimming and put his hands in his shorts to warm his penis. No, I wasn't masturbating. I was simply putting my hand on my penis to warm it.
Yeah, as you do. Look, man, come on, you've had a case of cold dick before. Come on. I love the freaking euphemism warming the chicken. Is that what he's calling it?
Zhang, who has lived in the UK for more than 20 years, visited the leisure center 5 to 6 times a week. He had been a member for around a decade, the court has heard. He said when he had been in the pool for almost an hour on a day in March 2023 and swam more than 1,000 meters when he went into the sauna. He was then seen with his shorts down, rubbing his behind on the bench and touching himself in the sauna while staring at a woman through the glass window of the sauna. He stood up, she said. He was looking at me. He pulled his pants down just below his knee. He grabbed his penis, and I could see his hands were going up and down. I thought, oh my god. He carried on for, quote, 3 to 4 minutes before a male staff member went in. The woman added, I don't know if it was towards me. I don't know if it was or it wasn't. But she added that she was 100% sure it was, in fact, sexual. The woman continued, I don't understand what else you'd be doing like that. If you could offer me an explanation, one that could make sense.
Well, clearly he was warming his penis.
However, speaking about Zhang's claim that he was, quote, very cold, she said he was in a sauna. It was 100 degrees.
Yeah.
She said the ordeal made her, quote, feel angry, even vulnerable, I would say. The staff member who went in to confront him said he didn't see the act. He added that the woman looked flustered, pale in the face, and told him, I think he's having a fuck. He's having a fuck.
He's having a fuck.
Which might be the most British way to describe that I could possibly
he's having
imagine.
a fuck, mate.
He's having a fuck.
You're
possibly
having a fuck.
Or possibly a wank. I don't know. It's just 4 asterisks. I have to fill in my own blank here.
Now, I like the idea of her saying he's having a fuck.
The man said, I went through the glass door and I said, what are you doing? He said Zhang had one hand over his privates and held the other up as he said, no, it's not what you think it was. It was a shock to be, he said the movie line, amazing. It was a shock, to be honest, to see someone doing that in the sauna.
Dude really pulled the, I
can
can explain.
I can explain. He said Zhang had done some weird stuff previously, including pulling his shorts down near air vents at the side of the pool, but management had said previously they, quote, didn't have enough evidence to pull him in and try to talk to him about it. He said, it's not the right place to have your hands on your private parts. It is a public area. Kids swim here. It is not appropriate to do so. These people talk like they're ChatGPT. It's amazing.
This sounds like a fucking ChatGPT article.
A member of the management who spoke to him told the court when he asked Zhang what he was doing, he said, my chicken, and gestured with his hands. He said he took that to mean that he was adjusting himself. Zhang of Foundry Lane in Manchester told police the chicken is what I call my genitals. Thanks. We got that part. We got that part.
I call it the chicken.
The chicken is what I call my genitals.
That's a title.
I was adjusting the inner layer of my shorts because my eczema may have them loose. Now he's blaming his eczema.
Well, first your privates are cold, now it's your eczema. When does it end? What's the truth?
In the basis of plea given at court, Zhang said he was warming his privates as he was cold. He denied he was masturbating, but conceded it may have looked like that for anyone watching. Given evidence, he said that the lay down in the sauna as he was cold, tired, and hungry. Speaking through a Mandarin interpreter, he claimed it was customers who set the temperature in the sauna. He said, I sat there for about 7 or 8 minutes and still felt cold. I realized my waistband had been tied too tight and loosened my waistband. He said after looking at his privates, he feared that there might have been some kind of illness causing a problem. I was trying to warm it up, he said, before he heard knocking on the windows. I tried to explain to the person, it's not what they saw. I also said no. Mr. Zhang has accepted his behavior on that day to be unacceptable, but strongly denies sexual undertones. He states that he was warming his genitals up. He accepts whilst not the place to do so, there was nothing more to his actions. They ordered a pre-sentence report ahead of the sentencing of Zhang on June 24th. The maximum sentence for the offense is 6 months in prison, with Miss Mersey saying, quote, all options are on the table. More on this story from Birmingham Live as it develops.
Well, I don't know about you, but I like to think that this man is innocent. He was simply warming he was simply warming the chicken.
Exactly. I believe him. And you know what chickens lay? Eggs. Let's talk about the heist of 100,000 eggs in Pennsylvania that's become a whodunit the police have yet to crack.
Ooh, nice segue.
The heist of 100,000 eggs from the back of a trailer in Pennsylvania has become a whodunit the police have yet to crack. 4 days after the theft that law enforcement say could be tied to the high sky cost of eggs, no leads have come in. Trooper First Class Megan Fraser, a spokesperson for the Pennsylvania State Police, said Wednesday, we're relying on leads from people from the community. We're hoping that somebody knows something. They'll call us and give us some tips. So if there's any filthy fucking egg snitches out there, you know who to call. Police are also following up with any possible witnesses and looking into surveillance footage that could help them identify the perpetrator as they race to solve the mystery. In my career, I've never heard of 100,000 eggs being stolen.
Ooh,
This is definitely unique.
yeah, no, this is quite the heist. Who is the egg absconder?
Bird flu is forcing farmers to slaughter millions of chickens a month, pushing U.S. egg prices to more than double their costs in the summer of 2023. And it appears there may be no relief in sight, with Easter fast approaching. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Easter is fast approaching.
Easter's coming!
Oh, God. Run away! Don't let Easter get you!
We need to know where those 10,000 eggs went.
Oh, fuck, Easter's coming! It's got a knife!
Beware the Ides of Easter.
Hey, yo, where the fuck my eggs at?
Ah, no, Easter Bunny, please! It's not our fault!
Without the eggs, we won't have enough to offer tribute to the Easter Bunny to keep his vengeance at bay.
Yeah. Is this like a freaking like Bug's Life with the with the fucking
Yeah.
with the freaking grasshoppers thing? They come, they eat, they leave.
Where
they come, they
is
eat,
it?
they leave. I am talking to you.
You lowly humans produce the eggs, the chickens lay the eggs, and the Easter Bunny takes the eggs as tribute.
We are building.
I am leaving until the end of the spring, and when I return, my eggs better be where I expect them.
We are building the Easter Bunny lore today. I like this version of the Easter Bunny. This is metal as shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we put out the Easter eggs as fucking tribute.
Nice.
Goodness.
Nice.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
And that has been your news for the weird for today.
But now, it is time
for the Reddit dive.
the Reddit dive.
Ba 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 ba. Ba da ba ba da 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 da. This is the. It's the Reddit dive. It needs no introduction, and it won't get one.
It won't get one.
We're jumping right into it, and we're gonna be as fucking. No, I can't guarantee anything, but I'm gonna try to be as shocking and provocative as possible in this Reddit dive.
All right, because we're going all out. It's been a bit. We're going all out.
Exactly. Am I the asshole for causing a scene at dinner after finding out my rapist was sent after me on purpose? I, 26F, recently found out that my rape was planned, and now I'm being called unhinged and dramatic for how I reacted. I need to know if I crossed the line. By the way, all names in the story will be changed to protect the innocent.
Okay.
And possibly the guilty? Who knows?
Possibly the... Yeah.
Tyler, my abusive ex Chris, sorry. Tyler's best friend Sarah, Chris's current girlfriend Jess, my college bestie. Okay, so, there's Tyler, there's the abusive ex Chris, Tyler's friend Sarah, Chris's current girlfriend Jess, who is her college bestie. Okay.
There's also the Skipper. There's also Gilligan.
Yeah. And then there's Maud. And then there's Maud.
And the rest.
In my first year of college, 19, my abuser Tyler tried to kill me. I reported it to the school, and basically, long story to explain, the school covered it up and made me stay quiet about it. Fast forward a few months after that, Chris reaches out to me to apologize for his best friend's actions, him abusing me and trying to kill me. We became pretty close friends in a few months. Fast forward a few months later, Chris rapes me.
Oh,
well.
Well, that didn't go well.
That escalated quickly. At the time, I figured it was just another random act of violence. I eventually drop out of college and move on with my life. Fast forward to this past Thursday. I'm in the town where I went to college and visit my niece and nephew, and my old college bestie Jess invites me to dinner with some of our old college friends. After I know what I know now, I deeply regret not asking who would be there. I show up to the dinner, and at the frickin' table is Chris! It's written like that. I didn't.
Yeah, at the frickin' table is Chris!
She wrote it that way. I'm not trying to make light of the story. That's just how it's written.
Yeah.
And at the freaking table is Chris! I'm already sick to my stomach at the fact that Jess wouldn't warn me that my rapist would be at the dinner. I'm not a very confrontational person, so I said nothing. In the grand scheme of things, I definitely should have turned around and left. But my no backbone, my no backbone have an ass did not. Anyways, the dinner is going okay. You know, as okay as it can go when your rapist is at the table.
Yeah.
People are drinking and laughing and having a good time until Sarah opens her mouth. Sarah decides to ask me if I, quote, ever got over Chris. I look at her dumbfounded, because what the hell do you mean, did I get over Chris? My rapist? I ask her why she would ever ask me something like that, and proceed to tell her she's disgusting for even asking me that. I decide I want to leave. At the time, I'm also mad at Jess, who didn't say a single thing. As I'm about to leave, I tell Jess in front of everyone that I think she should have said something to defend me, or at least let Sarah know what she asked was not okay. Sarah says something along the lines of, Jess isn't your friend if she never told you the truth. This makes me stop dead in my tracks. So I ask Jess what she's talking about, and she literally says nothing. Sarah then starts scrolling on her phone, saying she's got to show me something. Again, I should have just left. She turns her phone around, and I look at a screenshot of texts. Before I could really read them, Sarah snatches her phone away and laughs and says, you think your little rape was a coincidence?
Oh, no.
At this point, Sarah is like drunk, and now Chris is stepping in to tell her to shut the fuck up. I turn to Jess and again ask her what Sarah is talking about. Mind you, other people are at this table too, and she still says nothing, but she looks like she's gonna cry. Finally, I start raising my voice asking someone to please explain. Sarah then says, Chris and Tyler planned your rape as a get back for trying to ruin Tyler's life. He got kicked out eventually for trying to kill me, long story too, and Jess knew the entire time. I couldn't even think straight. I'm not gonna lie, I straight blacked out and lost it. I remember flipping the table over. I remember screaming at Sarah and Chris and Jess. Eventually, I was asked to leave by the restaurants. This was a restaurant?
This is a oh my god!
What?
I thought it was at someone's house! No! Oh my god!
Oh boy! Oh boy.
No, this was in public! Shit!
You dare tell me this at the local Applebee's?
There's just a family over there in the corner with the just not knowing what's going on.
Happy birthday to you, happy little birthday, you are turning 2.
And then over in the back, why didn't you tell me my rapist was here?
Why can't this stuff ever happen when I go out to eat? That's my question. Dinner and a show?
Oh, surely you just...
Anyway, I called Jess later because I wanted answers, and she informed me that Tyler and Chris had been talking for months, and Tyler was feeding Chris information on how to get closer to me, and told me that their original plan was to get me to voluntarily sleep with them so they could film it, and it was going to be how they got me back, and said because I wasn't falling for Chris, they decided the punishment would be to rape me, and she knew the entire time. Now everyone is texting me telling me I overreacted.
What?
No, I think you reacted.
No,
I think you reacted.
No, I think you reacted completely normally, considering.
Very reaction pill.
Yeah,
very normal reaction.
I would like to say, if anything, this was a very measured response to this nonsense.
Yeah, that I overreacted, that it was years ago, and everyone is mad at me because Sarah's pregnant with Chris's baby, and I had no right to cause a pregnant woman so much stress. Am I truly the asshole? Did I really overreact? No!
No! That's fucked. What the hell?
No, call the police.
No, this is absolutely a call the police situation. This is terrifying, actually. Oh my god.
Of all the times a Redditor has asked me, did I overreact? This might be the least overreactive of times I have been asked this.
Right, yeah, this is the clearest, no, you are not the asshole, what the shit I have ever seen from Reddit.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, oh my god. The conspiracy! Oh
yeah.
My god!
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Scary. You never know what people are capable of.
Oh my god.
Let's see here.
I can't, man.
You're going to have to. You now know this knowledge.
curse. Anyway, send me shit.
I'm trying to find something to fucking
We started off on
Eeny,
such a
meeny-
strong note.
I told you. Provocative.
You did?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. Send this one.
Alright.
By the way, I feel like that's a poor way to catch tigers. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I feel like there's better ways.
Am I the asshole for baking blueberry muffins for my boyfriend?
You know I like lemon poppy!
I, 33F, baked some blueberry muffins with my 15-month-old son for my boyfriend, 34.
Let's be honest. The 15-month-old son was not doing a lot of work.
No, yeah,
They were not a contributing factor to the production of these.
Yeah,
muffins,
your son got. Yeah,
you just wanted to brag about your adorable baby.
yeah, you just want. Yeah. I'm sure he really liked licking the spoon. Shut up. Anyway,
Can you even do that at 15 months?
I don't fucking know. Maybe? I don't know. Depends on development. Anyway.
I guess whatever.
Anyway, I, 33F, baked some blueberry muffins with my 15-month-old son for my boyfriend, 34M, to help celebrate his birthday at the weekend.
At the weekend. You made it sound like it's a location you go to.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. Yeah, we're having a birthday party over at the weekend, you know, the new concert that they're doing.
Yeah.
I've been unwell, and so I made muffins that I knew he'd had before and liked so that I didn't have to buy any extra ingredients, as I already had everything to make the muffins. When my boyfriend came in from work, he said, "Oh, you've been baking," and was happy to see the muffins. But when I told him that we'd baked them for his birthday, he got angry and refused to accept that they were for him, and insisted that I'd bake them for our son because the recipe came from a book that had meal substitutes for all ages.
No, it's a meal suitable for all ages.
Meal suitable for all ages.
Which is, like, mostly...
Most
meals.
Okay. I told him again that we'd bake this for his birthday, but he insisted I had made baby cakes, and that it wasn't for his birthday, and that he wished I hadn't bothered, as they aren't a real treat because they're low in sugar. I'm really confused. I just wanted to bake something for him that we could all eat and enjoy on his birthday, and I've seen him eat multiple of these muffins in one sitting, so I thought he would at least appreciate the gesture. Am I the asshole? No, he's weird. The fuck?
How do you...
I
Maybe I'm too guarded, but how do you marry someone like this without knowing that this is who they are?
I don't know either. How does this happen? You've been married, like, I'm assuming you've been married for like at least 2 years, considering the 15-month-old son.
Sure.
So like,
I couldn't make it to week 3 of a friendship with people who act like this. How do you people get married?
I don't
and
know.
And procreate?
You people have very long fuses for shit like this. Like,
I don't understand extroverts because they're always around people, yet they don't seem to realize how fucking shitty they are.
Right, like, that is
like
the one,
you have more experience with people than any of us introverts will ever understand, and it seems like you don't understand them and have zero guard about anything.
Right. Meanwhile, comparatively, like, we are like super guarded, and like we are, honestly, we're usually pretty decent judge of character. I like to think.
Yeah, I like to think so.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be too presumptuous.
If not, the past 100 episodes of this podcast have been really awkward.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
These guys have the worst takes. Why are they wrong about every situation?
Right. No, yeah.
No, you're not.
Not the asshole. No, like, baby cakes because they're low in sugar and they're not a real snack.
You got that from a recipe book with meals suitable for all ages, which is most food.
Yeah. Why couldn't you have done something from the adult recipe book? Whatever the fuck that is.
I am now fascinated by the concept of the adult recipe book. I imagine it's a recipe book where it's like all the same dishes, but they're wearing a suit and tie. And served next to a tall glass of scotch.
Probably, yeah.
This isn't a meal suit for a grown man. There's not even a fucking 3-piece martini set.
This doesn't even come with Hustler magazine.
How am I supposed to get drunk and beat you to this?
Yeah, this is some fucking This is like some fucking 1940s husband nonsense.
This is baby food. I'm gonna pop you in the schnoz and just straight to the moon, Lorraine. Straight to the moon.
God. Next one.
Okay, I'm gonna try throwing in some new things. This comes
right.
from Entitled Reviews.
Okay, all right.
Guest at a hotel makes a racist comment to employee and expects to be treated like royalty. This story. Okay, so I am going to adopt my best racist impersonation.
Everything starts out great when you start that way. Okay.
Okay. I would like a full refund and will be making a formal complaint for spending over $1,000 at your establishment to have your staff, obviously, who have no training at their job in hospitality, when they assign me a room with a twin-size bed, when I was told it was going to have a queen-size bed. They sent 3 security guards instead of coming up and looking at the bed and accommodating their mess up. Instead, they tried to intimidate me by sending 3 grown men security officers to my door. When I said, "Oh, that's cute," they sent 2 vanilla faces and a black man to handle 105-pound Asian.
Whoa. Okay.
When are you paying that kind of money at an establishment such as yours? Your whole entire staff should bend over backwards, obnoxious and profusely trained by hospitality. Instead, I had the biggest white security guard tell me that he had to call the cops on me to remove me, since that was the most racist word he's heard. Vanilla face. A word more than likely and nobody had ever heard of except for people in my circle, as I am the one who made up that word as a child, being adopted from an orphanage in Seoul, Korea, to a Caucasian family, being the only Asian in my community of Shippenville, Pennsylvania, and growing up as the only minority in my school. I called my friends vanilla faces from that day on, and they thought the word was absolutely hilarious. Now I get kicked out as a 39-year-old woman who's a single mother on a disability, using a word I have my entire whole life used, and everyone in my life knowing that, just to be told by the police in 2025 it is most definitely a very racist term, and accuse me that I'm racist for my 10-year-old son when his father is Caucasian, and we have been married for 11 years, even though they told me they had never heard the word, that it is incredibly offensive to the Caucasian community. So 2 days before Martin Luther King Jr. Day, you have the whitest of all white guys weighing in at probably 2:30, call me 105 slender Asian woman and 2 Caucasian. I really wish I knew they were Asian before I started talking. 2 Caucasian male police officers accusing me of being racist. Something I have never been called in my whole entire life. Absolutely absurd. If I do not receive full refund, I will be taking this to litigation. Also, the bartender, who should not have had any access inside my room, left a note with his number inside my room on the vanity. I did not authorize anybody to enter my room with me, or nor anybody without me in it. A huge invasion of privacy, and I'm almost certain illegal, which I kept the letter, by the way. The cops have nothing to do with wanting to help me with that. Who would have known, if he had just felt like he could walk into my room and did when I was not there, what he would have done when I wasn't there? So many things y'all did wrong, and you called the cops knowing all of y'all were wrong, and that's incredibly worrisome for rationale of this world. That's incredibly worrisome for the rationale of this world. If cops are now saying that vanilla face is racist, a word I made up as a child to be silly, we have a lot of worry up in the competence of our police force. Situation dictates that as a 105-pound you're really proud of your weight, aren't you? Really proud of that. Who was right and absolutely that's not how you spell that. Confrontational is extremely worrisome in this kind of training law enforcement is receiving, where they can abuse their power and use excessive force and be okay with it, but they can't use their brain cells to discern the situation. Instead, they perpetuate it. ... Sad.
This is a Wendy's. I'm sorry. The entire time you're going through this, I'm just doing the freaking Lisa Simpson staring at her plate meme. Like, what the fuck? Look, I'm not sure where you. Okay, I actually do know where you grew up. You freaking told me. But like, yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm not sure what it's like over there. But in most other places,
yeah, I don't know
giving someone a derisive nickname based on the color of their fucking skin is considered racist.
Yeah, I don't know how it is on the mean streets of Shippingville, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, yeah. So, in the rest of the world, that is, in fact, racist.
Like, racist or not, it's generally not a good idea to start insulting the security guards to their faces when they come see you about a thing.
Yeah, usually not. Yeah. So
it doesn't tend to end well with you.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll send you this one.
I'm just saying, it's very telling that you kept going on about them sending the whitest ass mofos to come talk to you.
Yeah.
Anyway. Am I the asshole for not paying my friend back $10?
We've really downgraded. We've de-escalated.
God damn it. Yeah. We've gone from we've gone from secret rapist. We've gone from secret rapist conspiracy to should I have given my friend her $10?
Well, go on with it.
My 35F friend and I 35F went to a show together. I was super excited about seeing the show and originally was
I just want to point out the username is Young Midoriya, so
Midoriya Shonen.
We know who you are.
Yeah, we know. We understand.
Go on.
Anyway,
go on.
But was originally going to go by myself, but my friend decided the day before the show that she'd be able to join me. She asked for me to pay for her ticket, and she'd pay me back when we got to the show. I agreed and just paid for her ticket. The tickets cost $30 each without tax fees, etc. Before we got to the show, I found out that we'd have to pay for valet parking if we parked at the show. Neither of us wanted to do that. Yeah, that shit. Neither of us wanted to do that, so she suggested that I drive to her place. We take an Uber from there, and we split the cost of the Uber. I agreed, but suggested that since she owed me $30 for the ticket, I bought her to use that $30. Jesus Christ, write better. I agreed, but suggested that since she owed me $30 for the ticket, I bought her to use that $30 for my half of the Uber so she didn't have to pay me back. Okay. She asked what if the Uber came up to more money, and I said we'd split the difference and I'd pay the rest of my half. The Uber there cost $20, and the Uber going back to her place cost $30, totaling $50 altogether. I had had a couple drinks at the show and was pretty tired, so when she showed me her math, she subtracted 30 from the 50, then split the remaining 20 in half and told me I owed her $10. I agreed to it without thinking about it, then left to go home. Hold on. The next day, she reminded me that I owed her $10. I realized that the math she applied was not the right math and told her. I reminded her that we agreed to split the Uber, so I would have owed her money only if my half was over 30. The math should have been 50 divided by 2 equals 25, and since I only owed 25, not 30, I didn't owe her an additional $10. After I said I wasn't going to pay her the $10, she then texted me if I didn't have the money, I should have just said so. I replied it's not about the money, she applied the wrong math, so I truly didn't owe her anything. She then began to say that I was gaslighting her and taking advantage of her by making her pay for the whole Uber.
I declare gaslighting!
I tried in multiple different ways to explain that this was not the case.
Gaslighting is when you're wrong about reality and everyone else wants to tell you that. Gaslighting is when you're bad at math.
This is the exact kind of experience. This is the exact kind of thing I was hoping would happen the second I saw that her name was was fucking Young Midoriya OTR.
I have to imagine this is happening in math classrooms all across America, where a kid gets a fucking problem wrong, and they're like, no, this is how you... Are you gaslighting?
Are you gaslighting me? Yeah. Fuck.
You're saying my math is wrong!
Yeah. I tried in multiple different ways to explain that this was not the case, but she did not want to hear any of it and refused to talk to me about it. I called a mutual friend, and the friend says that I should have just paid her the $10 since I initially agreed to it, which is why I think I may have been the asshole. TLDR...
But you didn't agree to it.
You didn't agree to it. TLDR, I may be the asshole because I agreed to pay my friend $10 even though splitting the Uber ride showed that I didn't owe her $10 and actually paid her more than required, so I refused to pay her the next day. No, Jesus Christ. I would say, no, not the asshole, no. Top comment. Say something like the total Uber was $50. If I hadn't bought you the ticket, we would each have paid $25. So for this, I owe you $25. But you owe me the whole $30 for the ticket I bought. So if you owe me $30 and I owe you $25, you really owe me $5, which I'm not worried about you paying me back for as it's such a small amount. Does add the last part if you want that $5. I imagine you don't care though.
The problem with this is that she's accusing you of gaslighting because you are correcting her math. If you start correcting her math back at her, that doesn't help this. She thinks this is a fucking stupid, complicated situation. I mean, it's really not, but like socially in the moment, it's like a complicated thing to expect both parties to understand the exact math here. So whatever math you come up with, even if it's right, she's just going to think you're trying to weasel out of $10.
Yeah.
And whatever math she comes up with, right or wrong, you think that she's just trying to get the $10. So it's kind of a situation where like both parties are just conceptually, both parties could be just adjusting the math to make it work in their favor.
Yeah.
You know, and neither of you are smart enough to actually recognize, or at least she's not, to recognize what the right math is. Really, my advice to you is make less complex arrangements.
Yeah. Yeah, because otherwise you just end up with fucking nonsense like this. So
yeah, especially when your friends are bad at math and very insecure.
Yeah.
Not the asshole, but what is this?
Yeah, what the fuck is this nonsense? Like, you have to do like freaking advanced fucking algebra just to figure out who owes who what money. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's not that complicated, but it's like you made it more complicated than it needed to be.
Yeah, no, this is like just layers of shit that didn't need to be there. Just fucking whatever.
Yeah, and now no matter how you wriggle it, she's gonna think you're just trying to get out of paying $10.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah. I'm sorry. Krispy Kreme says they're giving a free donut to gamers who are dealing with PSN being down.
Wow, well, they had a Krispy Kreme in my area.
Right, same. Oh, man. Today, from 5 to 7.
Wow, fucking donut happy hour.
Thank you, Krispy Kreme. Very cool.
Yes, let's see here. Not that one. That one's boring and stupid and dumb and stupid and
This
boring and stupid and
one's
dumb. Yeah. Am I the asshole for refusing to attend any superb owl parties?
Ooh. Oh, we are speaking of the superb owl now, which happens tomorrow.
Yes, it is the annual coming of the superb owl, yes.
Ah, indeed.
I'm fully prepared to be named the problem here, but I'm just cautious. I am a massive Eagles fan. I'm talking tattoos, bleed green, cried when they lost the last Super Bowl fan. My fiance has always said he loved this about me, is because he enjoys that I love the sport too, and we have fun rivaling each other when our teams play. He's a Niners fan.
Okay, all right.
However, he knows that I am not fun to watch games with. Just a reality. I'm loud. I scream every play. Typical Eagles fan with the trash mouth. Again, he has always found this amusing, but insists we should watch at home to avoid public scenes. That's fine by me. This all changed yesterday when he said we were going to his family's house to watch the Super Bowl. Ordinarily, we do go watch with family. However, it's because my team isn't playing. I assume since my team is in this year that we would stay home for all the reasons I just mentioned. When I said I was probably going to stay home because I don't want to make everyone feel uncomfortable, he got irritated and said that I should just rein it in. He insists that I should go because it would be weird for me not to show up because everyone is excited to watch with me. The thing is, I know I'm not fun when my team plays. I'm usually very fun, sociable, and enjoy spending time with his family, but I swear if one person tries to distract me during this game, I will snap, and it's not going to change overnight. The annoying truth is that both my family and his treat me differently when I'm watching football than him. For some reason, the men are left completely alone during the game so that they don't miss a second, but I'm always approached to have conversations, or help with a kid, or help with food, and I'm not going to be nice about it this time. The fiance is now upset and says I'm being selfish because I'm not willing to spend time with him during the game, so am I the asshole for wanting to stay home alone to watch my team in the Super Bowl?
I don't get football fans.
Yeah, top comment. Well, I think sports fans like this are categorically insane and need to address their social skills. You're absolutely right that nobody stops men from doing this. And if his family reinforces that it won't be fun for anyone, as long as you're not kicking through their TV, you're shooting guns in the air above a crowd, not the asshole because you're at least self-aware enough to know you're not fun to be around.
That is fair.
Something plenty of male sports fans don't bother to acknowledge.
Yeah, at the very least, she's aware of how she appears to other people when she really gets into a game. So she's ahead of the curve on that. Yeah, I'll say not the asshole here. That's
Yeah,
I mean, honestly,
like,
I feel like it's a fair point to make. You won't be fun there, so
yeah, we can sit here and criticize your fucking like we can sit here and criticize the mentality of sports fans or whatnot, or like fucking how they can't control their fucking behavior. But at the very least, I can't fault you for wanting to remove yourself from a situation where you know you'll cause problems. So, not the asshole.
yeah, not the asshole. We have declared not the asshole.
Which is the objectively correct ruling, and if anyone disagrees, they can fight us on the fucking street.
Or in the comments.
Or on the street.
Or on the street. Preferably the street.
I'm tired of debating in YouTube comments and Reddit. I want to fight people in a Denny's parking lot.
Yeah, let's go to the PvP area.
Yep. I declare mutual combat!
He declared mutual combat!
Mm-hmm. Which you could, I think you could say.
I love how I accidentally said that with the same cadence as Charlie saying, he's pulling his cock out!
Well, I'm saying it with the exact cadence that Phoenix Jones used to yell at all the time. It's like, I declare mutual combat!
Oh god, Phoenix Jones. Oh god. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the real life
Oh, yeah.
superhero. Ah.
Yep.
I remember that guy. Ooh.
Yeah, remember how he heroically slapped people's hands when they were trying to give homeless people sandwiches? Yeah, I remember. I remember. Very heroic of him.
Out of the way, citizen! Psh, I have saved you.
Careful, he's got a sandwich! Ugh.
That sandwich
what the
could have
fuck
had
did you
honey
do with my
mustard. Honey mustard!
He's allergic to honey mustard, you sick fuck! Dude, what the fuck is your problem? You're antagonizing me! I declare mutual combat! You're wearing... It's like, oh yeah, that's a fair fight. You're wearing a combat... Ah! Why did you punch me? Childhood is idolizing Phoenix Jones. Adulthood is realizing he was just a guy who wanted a legal reason to pick fights on the street.
Yeah, he was kind of fucking crazy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
But from him, we did get I declare mutual combat.
I declare mutual combat. Mutual combat! Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
no,
dun,
yeah,
dun,
yeah,
dun,
yeah,
dun,
yeah.
dun.
Like he's organizing the fucking Mortal Kombat tournament to determine the ruler of East 6th Street. Send me your champion! I declare mutual combat!
God.
East 6th is now under the protection and administration of Phoenix Jones.
I love Phoenix Jones, but not for any of the reasons he wants to be loved.
No, I love him too. He's such an amusing guy.
He's quite the character. He's quite the character.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what he's even up to these days. Hang on.
I think he hung up the cape.
Yeah, let me take a look here.
Yeah, look it up. Guy in the chair. This shit.
Let's see. Known for costume vigilante. Oh, he's currently signed to World Series of Fighting. He's currently an MMA fighter.
Oh, he went official.
He did. Yes, indeed.
The streets could no longer contain him.
Ah, he has had 11 matches and he has won 7. So.
Oh, yeah. He's got a positive ratio.
He's got a solid record. Do you think when he enters the ring, he declares mutual combat?
I think mutual combat had already been declared, but
no.
knows,
It's like a bit, you know.
Maybe I
It would
never
be
got the sense
amazing
he was.
if he did.
Maybe I never got the sense he was that self-aware, but
yeah.
maybe.
So funny.
Oh yeah.
I declare mutual combat. What? Sorry, force of habit.
Forgot this wasn't the streets. You know where I'm used to fighting.
Yeah.
Guys on the streets.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
You may know me for my exploits.
Christ. No, yeah.
Who wrote the last one? It's been like 10 minutes.
It was you. Yeah.
Right.
I read the fucking $10 fucking.
Well, fine.
Okay.
More money drama then. Hold on.
Oh god fucking damn you. Is this because I got more money?
No, it's because it's just what I happen to have.
Oh, okay, alright. Well then. this up in Reddito. Am I the asshole for expecting my aunt who sponsored me to pay for my tuition fees? Ooh.
I hope so, or else what the fuck does sponsoring mean?
Hey, Reddit. I, 21F, am an international student from the Philippines currently studying general business at Fanshawe College in Canada.
Oh, business major.
My grandaunt offered to sponsor me, saying she would take care of all the financial costs while I studied here. Okay. However, now that I'm actually here, she's refusing to pay for my tuition, and I'm struggling to figure out what to do. Well, I feel like this is pretty clear-cut now, but okay, alright. For context, my grandaunt has never been super close to my family, but when she visited the Philippines last year, we somehow started talking about how I wanted to study abroad but couldn't afford it. She said she felt bad for me and my parents and offered to sponsor me completely. Tuition, living expenses, everything. It sounded...
Tuition, huh?
Yeah, it sounded too good to be true, but she was very insistent.
And it was!
It was! But she was very insistent and even told my parents she would handle all the finances. Originally, I wanted to study personal support worker at Fanshawe because it would have been because it would have given me points towards permanent residency in Canada, and I'd have an easier time finding a job after graduation, but my grandaunt was in a rush to get me into Canada, and she insisted that I take general business instead. Oh. You're not a business major by choice. Ooh. My family and I tried to explain to her that business would be a harder program to find work in, but she didn't listen. Yeah. At that time, her husband was battling cancer and wasn't doing well, and she said she couldn't wait for me to arrive because she wanted someone in the house with her in case he passed. I arrived in Canada in August 2024, and she did pay for some initial expenses, around $10,000 in tuition and other costs, but then suddenly changed her mind. She stopped giving me any financial support, saying she never agreed to cover everything and that my parents were manipulating her. She also started making Facebook posts calling me lazy and ungrateful, even though I've been doing my best to support myself. Since I could only work 20 to 24 hours a week as an international student, I took up a cash job cleaning houses, which pays around $800 a month. Wow, that's good money. That's nowhere near enough. But that's nowhere near enough to cover tuition, rent, and other expenses. I even offered to pay her back for the laptop and tablet she got me, but she won't tell me how much I owe her. To make matters worse, my tuition fees are due in March, and I literally have no money to pay them. I've been trying to save, but with my limited income, it's impossible. My grandaunt knew that I wouldn't be able to afford this on my own, yet she still convinced me to come. Now I feel like I was set up to fail. You were!
Yeah.
I get that $10,000 is a lot of money, but she made it seem like she was fully committed to supporting me. I left my home country based on her promise, and now I'm stuck in a really tough situation. Am I the asshole for expecting her to follow through on what she said? No.
No.
No, absolutely not. She's fucking you sideways. This is a terrible situation she's put you in. Yeah, okay, so, top comment. Find a counselor to talk to at your university. You are in a tough situation, but the university literally pays people to help students figure out how to get to, pay for, and stay at their college. Your aunt may suck, but you're truly not alone in trying to figure this out, and I guarantee you they've seen this before and can help with options. Guarantee you, yeah. Obviously you're not the asshole, and clearly your aunt was distant with your family until you guys had something she wanted, aka your company in her house. Paying your school is way cheaper than hiring live-in help or a companion would have been. Remember that when you start to feel guilty about the fact she has paid for some things. I'm sorry, your aunt has not treated you well or fairly, and I really hope you... Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, talk to somebody at school, speak to a counselor, they'll be able to find solutions for you so you can stay there and get back to being financially stable.
And maybe even take the fucking major you wanted to take.
Maybe! Yeah, you can swap majors. They might let you. So, like,
yeah.
No, absolutely, under no circumstances are you the asshole. It's really weird.
This is some serious unfortunate event shit.
Yeah, it's really weird how some people, like, view other, like, whatever. It's so weird, because, like, this is so clear-cut to us, but, like, just because they feel kind of guilty that, you know, their aunt already paid for stuff, they feel like they might not be in the right, but, like, your aunt is literally said, I'll pay for this, and now she's not paying for it, and now you're fucked. So, like...
I don't know, man. We have perspective.
I know. It's just so weird to me when people ask, "Am I the asshole?" and it seems so clear cut. You know?
Yeah. Well, remember, like a good 50% of these at least are creative writing exercises. But beyond that,
That is also true, yeah.
beyond that, even if they are real, a lot of people just don't think about things from like a objective point of view. They're really trapped in their head. They're trapped in their situation. You know, there's a lot of ways to expand your worldview. You know, I'm a writer, so I have to have kind of an omniscient point of view about situations anyway. But also, I think doing the Reddit dive has been great for training, our objective perspectives on these kinds of interpersonal situations.
That is also true, yeah.
Mm-hmm,
It's kind of a benefit of the Reddit dive on like an internal level, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just kind of like an exercise in empathy in a lot of ways. So,
and it's why all our relationships are rock solid. Yeah. Pay no attention to the trail of discarded friendships and bodies left in our wake.
yeah.
Now, to be fair, and this is going to sound really pompous, most of that not our fault.
Most of that was not our fault. Holy fucking shit. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Look, this is not us being presumptuous. A lot of it is literally out of our control.
Yeah. No. Sometimes you don't meet the right people.
Yeah, indeed. Yep.
Which is also probably where some of our perspective comes from. We've been burned.
We've been burned many times, and we have the marks to prove it.
Yep. Here we go.
Anyway, I read that, so that's.
Yeah. I'm aware. Am I the asshole for telling my 32F best friend 32F that her dating standards are unrealistic? My best friend, let's call her Ellie, and I have been close for 10-ish years, and during that time she's been in a couple of relationships but has been single for a few years now. Amongst our friends, Ellie is the only unmarried one. She's made it clear that she's unhappy with being single, sincerely hopes to get into a serious relationship, and get married sooner rather than later. I can understand her frustrations, especially since she's the only single friend who wants kids someday, and so on. About a month ago, Ellie told me that she intends to be more proactive with dating this year, and asked if I had anyone to introduce her to. Unfortunately, I don't, but another friend mentioned knowing a great guy who I happen to have met before who's single and looking for something serious.
Ooh.
Ellie was introduced via text to the guy, and they soon started talking on the phone. Ellie says he has a lot of good attributes. He's very educated and has a high salary. Women. Very women things to point out. But finds him completely unattractive because they're the same height. He's 5'7", she's 5'7". Wow.
They have so much in common.
and because of his darker skin tone. I tried to convince her that his height and looks shouldn't take precedence over his personality, but this soon led to a major revelation on her dating standards that left me completely dumbfounded. Ellie told me that she's only interested in men who, in her words, is an 8 or better looks-wise, taller than her when she's wearing heels, and of a certain complexion, ideally no beard, has advanced degrees, making over 100,000 a year.
Oh god, one of these fucking people.
This is the woman that 4chan thinks every woman is. She's not making the case look good.
Yeah.
Making over 100K a year, doesn't have kids, currently attending church every week or every other week.
Oh,
I'm not picked. Look, I can loosen my standards. He only has to attend church every other week.
God.
But the big kicker that got me is that she insists she is unwilling to date a man, like literally go out on dates with a man who won't commit to waiting until marriage for sex. Yes, she's religious, but she's not a virgin and has had sex in all of her past relationships. According to Ellie, this is a conversation that should be had before even the first date, and if the guy isn't firmly agreeing, it's a no-go. When I challenged her thoughts and logic on this, she got increasingly upset. I told her that I think she's asking for a very tall order, making dating a lot harder than it should be. I'm not saying she should compromise on her religious values, but I am trying to tell her that she should be more open-minded about her criteria, because she is looking for a 1 in a million guy, while also prematurely shutting down and shutting out some potentially great guys because of their income and or height. Ellie is now furious at me and says I'm not being a supportive friend. She says that I don't understand her faith and I'm being something of a Debbie Downer. Oh, Debbie Downer has been declared.
Debbie Downer has been declared!
I declare Debbie Downer!
Christ.
Am I the asshole?
No.
No, sister, you telling it like how it is.
No, her standards are completely unrealistic. Like, trying to find a guy who goes under all those fucking criteria is
now,
like...
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm no stranger to having unrealistic standards in this regard.
Right.
Okay? I advocate for it all the time, even. But you gotta be realistic. If you have unrealistic standards, you've gotta understand that what you're looking for probably won't happen.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and I've accepted that. And I think everyone's smart who has these kinds of standards accepts that you're looking for a dream scenario. So you're either going to have to keep it a dream and find a way to deal with that, or just accept that the way I rationalize it is you're not looking for, and this is, I'm going to use it in lack of a better term, you're not looking for perfection, you're just rejecting imperfection.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, that is a really good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not you're not actively seeking and basing your entire like attitude and mentality on finding this perfect dream scenario. You're just saying, if it isn't that, or even close to that, I don't want it. And that's fine. But that's not what she's doing here. She is being very deliberate in her attempts to find Mr. Right. And Mr. Right, in a scenario where Mr. Right is very, very hard to find, and she's making it everyone else's problem.
Yeah. No, yeah, not the asshole for telling her how it is here. Like,
yeah, not the asshole for telling her how it is, and she's not the asshole for having this criteria, but she is the asshole for her attitude about it, and her insistence upon it, despite its increasing unlikeliness.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, there's a couple of things here that are like
she's just being unfair to every other potential suitor.
I mean, like, we can get into the economic thing. You know, a lot of guys have issues with that, to be sure. But the thing that really gets me here is the no sex before marriage thing. That's a thing you can maybe get away with in like your early 20s. But are you really looking for a guy in his mid 30s who still holds on to that and hasn't committed to something yet?
Yeah.
Like, that guy might exist, but he's not going to be a very attractive guy.
Not,
you know what I mean?
not typically, no.
This combination of factors at this age range, this economic range, seems very, very unlikely. And I think she's going to have to either accept that and accept her singleness, or be very, very unhappy.
And knowing her, it seems like she's probably going to be edging towards the latter, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you continue to be friends with this person, get used to hearing about this for the rest of your life. Yeah,
this is going to be a consistent theme. So good luck.
And it's only gonna get harder, and it's only gonna get more desperate. Imagine her when she's like in her 40s, in her 50s. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. So think about how much you want that in your life.
Oh, it's gonna be fun for us if you ever tell us about it, but you know.
That's true. That's true. We'll check in with you in 20 years.
Yeah, it's 20 years
later
down the line. Let's check back in on this girl.
Yeah, we'll check in on you, in 1,000 episodes into Shin Baka Gaijin show when we're wildly successful and famous, obviously.
This one's a blast from the past, ladies and gentlemen.
But that's enough of that. It's time for the lightning round.
The lightning round.
The lightning round, where we go to unpopular opinion and find some unpopular opinions that may be popular, maybe unpopular, maybe we agree, maybe we don't agree, but we're gonna find out right now.
Right now.
Unpopular opinion: finding a hair in your food is not that nasty.
I'm not that weirded out by it personally, but like, I don't know, I kind of get why other people are. The problem is, like, a lot of it is in cooked food, and since it's cooked, the fucking... If it's, like, one tiny little hair in there, whatever bacteria is on that hair has already been, like, freaking cooked out of it, so...
Now, admittedly, I have a story. Because
yeah?
I had a bit of hair in my ice cream cone recently.
Oh, okay, that's...
And you know how I knew it wasn't mine? Because it was under the coating.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
It was
in that case,
yeah. It was really tiny though, so really I just pinched it out and pinched out that glob and just kind of went about my day.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like it, but I'm also not like super weirded out by it in most situations. So
nastiness is in the eye of the beholder, as the Buddha taught us.
indeed.
Unpopular opinion: hustle culture is disgusting. It does nothing but glorify exhaustion. It promotes a toxic idea that if you're not going along with the flow, you're somehow less ambitious. When in reality, being overworked creates the exact opposite of an ambitious worker. The education system, useless. 12 years of pointless knowledge. The only reason it was created was to keep up with the growing demands of an industrialized economy. School isn't about learning. It's about preparing students to be compliant, obedient workers who perform repetitive tasks within an established system. It's a form of social control that robs people of independent thought and critical thinking skills. As a kid, I was always told about who our heroes were and how we could obtain the American dream. Yet I was never told about the wealthy families who actually lived out that dream while the rest of us are left behind.
Jesus Christ, what are the odds we were talking about this right before the podcast started?
You're correct, OP, but
yes,
not unpopular. That's a very popular opinion.
No,
actually.
yeah, people. Honestly, I see.
It might not.
See
It might not seem so depending on your social circles, but trust me, we all hate the world we're living in too.
Oh yeah, we all do.
Unpopular opinion: brushing your teeth before breakfast makes no sense. Yes, it makes no sense.
You're only brushing your teeth to get them dirty again. Do it after. Also, when you brush your teeth, like the freaking mint flavor just stays in your mouth and it messes with the flavor of whatever the fuck you're eating.
Especially if it's orange juice.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah,
it's
no,
fucking
I agree.
stupid. Brush your teeth after, if anything.
Yeah. I'm reminded of the fucking bit in Fairly Odd Parents where it's like, tell me the truth. Does chewing gum after a meal really help cut down on plaque? The jury's out. Some people believe that, but we're not entirely sure.
Unpopular opinion: kissing is kind of gross. You're basically mixing germs with even more germs, putting your mouth against theirs, and even worse when people use tongue. Sometimes they'll even spit into each other's mouths, which is even more gross. I'll never understand how people actually enjoy that stuff. Top comment: sure, wait till you hear what else people do.
Yeah, BRB, gonna go kiss my boyfriend. Bye.
When you realize that kissing is almost the least germ-spready means of lovemaking after maybe hugging. Literally, I love this guy's point, literally shaking hands spreads more germs than kissing.
It does, yes. No, your mouth, by definition, is one of the more sanitary parts of your body, so like...
Because think about it. You're not going around licking every random object you come across. Well, at least I hope you're not.
I hope you're not, yeah. Remember, licking doorknobs is illegal on other planets.
Your mouth is actually one of the more hygienic places in your body because you are very discerning of what you put into it.
Yeah, so like...
Or at least I hope you are.
Of the various, like, physical means of, like, showing affection towards somebody, kissing is actually one of the more sanitary ways of doing it. So...
Yeah, we're not dogs. We're not just licking everything in our environment, all the time.
Yeah.
So, in that sense. Also, but, like, that's also part of the point of intimacy is being like literally physically vulnerable.
Yeah.
So like, and also like, I don't know if you know this, people have been kissing for several tens of thousands of years now, and it has not really been known to be especially problematic in the sickness department.
Not usually, yeah. So this is just kind
and
of
if it is, it's because you're obviously sick and you're breathing all over each other, which is not the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because, like, in that regard, there are extraneous factors causing problems. It's not the kissing itself that's the issue.
Yeah. So, this one's just wrong.
Yeah, you just gotta... This is just a weird hang-up, OP. You're wrong, factually.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Unpopular opinion: Perfect Dark on the N64 was better than GoldenEye N64 in nearly every way.
I mean... in a lot of ways, kind of.
So many people talk about GoldenEye, and while it was part of my childhood, I feel compelled to admit that Perfect Dark just did everything the exact same as GoldenEye, but it was just better. More unique weapons, more unique maps, better multiplayer customization, co-op with bots on multiplayer, better characters, voice acting, storytelling, interesting plot twists. For God's sake, they had an intro where you could walk around and test weapons and uncover deeper lore.
Yeah. No, yeah, honestly, the thing is, if you speak to... The problem is, this isn't even an unpopular opinion. If you speak to anybody who played a significant amount of N64 games, who played both GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, The reason why GoldenEye is held in such high regard is because it was kind of the first to do an FPS on console as well as it did. Like,
Yeah.
it was the first console that.
I mean, PlayStation Doom.
That's still just Doom.
Well, I know it's just Doom, but it's Doom.
Yeah, but like, it was the first like console original. So like,
Sure.
But the thing is, those same people who have played both games will be like, yes, I have more nostalgia for GoldenEye, and I believe GoldenEye is, you know, one of the most important games of all time, which it is. But they will also, in the same breath, say, Perfect Dark is a better designed game because it just takes the foundation of GoldenEye and builds upon it.
That's the real criticism to this opinion, is that Perfect Dark came out later, so like, yeah, of course they improved on it.
Yeah, no, it was a few years later from the same team, and they had and compared to the GoldenEye, which was rushed out the door, they had all the time in the world to develop Perfect Dark to be the experience that they wanted it to be.
I get what they're saying. GoldenEye gets a lot of attention that Perfect Dark probably should get, but that's because it's the Bond license. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's a combination of the Bond license and GoldenEye was there first.
So... people tend to remember people who do things first, not people who do things best, for better or worse. So
yeah. So like, that's just kind of the nature of it.
Yeah, no, that happens in a lot of cases. Like, my unpopular opinion is that Quake 2 did a lot of the things Half-Life did before Half-Life did them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it doesn't get nearly as much acclaim for that. Now, to be fair, I, of all people, am not going to rob Half-Life of acclaim. But I'm just saying, after playing Quake 2, I was like, there's a lot of things mechanically and structurally that Half-Life popularized before Half-Life did, which is interesting. Unpopular opinion, people are much more reserved now than ever before. I don't know, I just feel like people aren't wild and having fun like Jerry Shore anymore. Everyone just stays at home and hangs out on social media apps and video games nowadays. I kind of miss the old wild days where people would just go out, have fun, and do stupid shit and laugh it off. Yeah, things used to be affordable. That's kind of the main thing.
Yeah, things used to be affordable and money used to be more plentiful. Neither are true anymore. Now,
there used to be.
Now, admittedly, me and my close group of friends occasionally go out and do stuff, but it's like, you know, a special thing.
We do.
Well, if you were closer, we would.
Here he goes fucking distance shaming me again. No, the real answer is that things used to be affordable. There used to be just like third places, you know?
Yeah.
Places where people gathered and hung out and formed connections that didn't really have an expectation of you spending money, or at least not a lot of money, you know? And now you can't go anywhere without being nickeled and dimed for everything, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah,
that's the main thing.
Like, you can't go to fucking the arcade like round one and just pop in a couple of quarters. No, you gotta buy at least, like, you know, a certain amount of money on, like, a special card that you have to buy to play the games and all this other fucking shit.
Oh, and also, I don't know if you've noticed, video games are pretty fucking good these days.
They are.
Yeah, like, even if we could go out and play fucking laser tag or paintball or whatever, I'm just gonna say Halo Infinite clears.
Yeah, Halo Infinite's right here at home. We have Halo at home. Like...
Yeah. So, like, everyone's got reasons for this, but the main one is that, like, fucking the world is more inhospitable than it used to be.
Yeah, nothing's nearly as affordable as it used to
and
be.
I'd argue for them. I'd argue in a lot of ways, people didn't really change. They did a little bit, but, like, not really. Like, people still like doing that. It's just a matter of it not being affordable, or it not being socially accessible, or, like... You know what I mean? Or like the whole fucking shit, you know, especially for like young people, you know, people see like a fucking like 14-year-old out by themselves and start calling the fucking like CPS or whatever. And it's like, it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah, like there just isn't nearly as much freedom for people to go out and do things.
Because we started babying people and getting super litigious about shit.
Yeah.
You know? You know, kids don't climb trees anymore because enough fucking parks have been sued by parents because they fell out and scraped themselves. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. We have gone on about that before, and we probably will again, but not today.
Not today.
We have other unpopular opinions to get to.
Indeed.
But yeah. Sorry. Everything gets worse all the time, and will never get better. That's that's been the case as we found on the podcast. Let's see here. Unpopular opinion: sitting on the floor is more comfortable than sitting in chairs. No.
Nah. Not generally.
No, you gotta have some really shit chairs for that to be the case.
Either some really shit chairs or some especially cushy floors. But generally speaking, no, I prefer to fucking sit in a damn chair.
Let's see. Unpopular opinion: we need new swear words. Something I've noticed lately is the general public seems to use the same set of swear words, things like F-bomb. Crazy, in the world of social media, there hasn't been a new swear word to catch steam or become popular. The options we currently have are frowned upon or overused. We really need a new swear word to come up. The problem is we do get new swear words all the time. They're just all slurs.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem with that is that a lot of them are slurs. They're considered even more offensive than the swear words. So...
Well, nobody aside from a Christian missionary is really offended by swear words anymore.
Yeah, like,
you know, your shits, your dams, your hells, even your fucks. And the other problem is fuck is so flexible that they can kind of take the place of whatever you need it to.
Right? Yeah, it's kind of a catch-all word. Honestly, the bigger issue is that the reason why profanity exists and the reason why these words come into being is because we need new ways of expressing particularly negative ideas or of something. And unfortunately, as a result, a lot of that boils down to people being very hateful. So...
Yeah, there's only really a handful of like generic swear words that are not specifically linked to, like, not specifically associated with some garden variety of hate.
Yeah.
So
like even something as mild as the word damn, that comes from damning somebody, literally cursing them to go to hell.
Yeah, we've just decided that we're okay with that.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, that's why the swear meta has gotten a bit stale lately.
The swear meta.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion: brutalist architecture can be really beautiful and cool. I agree, and I'm so glad Sheridan isn't here to yell at me about that.
Yeah, brutalism can be kind of cool, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about execution.
Let's see. No, let's see. Let's see here. Unpopular opinion: CDs are infinitely better than vinyls. In recent years, Gen Z has become to appreciate physical media, mostly notable vinyl records. I can't seem to figure out why. They're more expensive than CDs. You have to have a turntable, which usually costs $200 to $300. You have to have the right equipment. They're super delicate, and if you don't live by yourself, you really can't listen to it, especially if you have thin walls. CDs, easy, portable, put in your car, your laptop, your CD player. More durable, less expensive than vinyls. Now, Top Comment has the perfect rational explanation in defense of this by saying, I like it because it's a big spinny thing. You don't like you don't like small spinny thing? Objectively less entertaining spin.
Yeah.
Completely hidden from my view from many devices, spinning too fast, no needle to observe creeping inward, 0 stars. The spinning not as aesthetically satisfying.
Yeah, there's an experience to come with the vinyl as being a large spinny thing. There's not nearly as much of an experience to come with the CD apart from listen to music.
Yeah, I feel like part of the appeal of vinyl is that it's a very specific medium with a very specific apparatus for operating it, and it's like a whole experience.
Yeah.
Right. CDs have a hard time competing. Now, I like CDs, but they have a hard time competing with that. Also, CDs remind people of the loudness wars and like the fucking garbage encoding eras.
That is also true, yeah.
So like, especially if you're trying to collect like older CDs suck ass. Whereas vinyls have pretty much always just been vinyls. They've always been as good as vinyls have been. You know, CDs probably got better over time after the loudness wars ended, but like a lot of like classic CDs, if you want to go unless you're getting like reissues or whatever, you know, if you want to go get like classic
Oh,
CD
dude.
albums or whatever, like you're just in for garbage.
Oh yeah, a lot of old songs are just mastered fucking terribly. One of my favorite Weird Al songs, "Hardware Store," it sounds like fucking shit because it was just freaking loudness blasted to hell and back, and it's peaking all the time.
Yeah, especially if you're like our age and like you have a nostalgia for like, you know, 2000s pop and shit. Like a lot of the music we grew up on was mastered like fucking shit on CD.
Yeah.
That's why like that's why like every fucking major album from like 2002 to 2009 has been getting like 20th anniversary remasters or whatever, because it's just an excuse to make them not sound like shit anymore.
Oh yeah, dude. Dude, in some cases the fucking cassette tapes were better to have than the CDs.
No, it was like common knowledge to like fucking part of the reason iTunes took off was because those versions were literally better than what was mastered on CD.
Yeah, yeah. So like, oh god. Oh man, this is taking me way back, man.
Yeah, no, I like CDs more in theory, but like in practice, it's not as premium, it's not as different an experience, and
it's not as consistent an experience either.
Yeah, it's not as consistent. In certain genres, it's significantly worse off than vinyl. So if you're going to spend a lot of money on a physical collection, vinyl kind of just makes more sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Unpopular opinion, Interstellar is an average movie, and Christopher Nolan movies are not smart as they seems.
Are not smart as they seems.
Putting aside OP's grammar.
Yeah, yeah.
He is correct. Or C. I don't know.
I do like Interstellar. I actually do really like Interstellar, but I will admit I don't think the movie is quite as intelligent as it likes to think it is. It's good.
Christopher Nolan movies strike me as like the dumb person's smart movie. You know what I mean?
A little bit, yeah.
I feel like it's like extremely accessible culture for people who have no business being cultured to say that they're cultured. And that's not a knock on his movies. Like he can make what he wants, you know, and that's good. And he has a lot of fans for a reason. But I definitely feel like he has occupied this niche of being like the Philistines' entryway to film culture.
A little bit, yeah. He's kind of like baby's first film buff director. So
yeah. And to be fair, I think he kind of owns that identity, even if he doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not to say he hasn't made good or even great movies before, but like, there definitely is that element to his movies where it's like they tend to not be as smart as they like to believe that they are. That said, you'll never hear me say a bad thing about Inception.
Yeah, no, I like Inception.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, Eric Stoltz would have made a better Marty McFly. I get it, Michael J. Fox, a classic, iconic in his role, but I think Eric Stoltz's version would have been much more interesting. From interviews, it seems he was very into the character and would have portrayed him much differently. He was really into the tragic aspects of it all. I think it would have made it a really interesting take that could have added more depth. I hope we get to see his version someday.
The problem...
Top comment. This is the first comment I've ever seen from anyone who essentially read, yeah, Back to the Future was okay. Could have used more tragedy.
The problem is that's not really the kind of movie that they were going for with Back to the Future. That's not the kind of character they wanted for Marty McFly. Marty McFly is supposed to be this kind of more relatable character for the audience. He's supposed to be this, like, you know, cocky fucking teenage boy. So Eric Stoltz's performance may have been good, but it wasn't the character that Marty McFly was supposed to be. And from what I understand from director Robert Zemeckis, he stated that while Stoltz's performance was good, he made the entire tone of the film change whenever he was on screen. Like, the movie was just like a rollicking time travel comedy for the most part, but whenever Eric Stoltz was on screen, there was this like weird undercurrent of darkness that
Yeah.
that the director found uncomfortable. So that's kind of the reason why Michael J. Fox is in the role now, is because he fit what Robert Zemeckis needed and what the character needed.
Yeah.
Eric Stoltz just didn't.
Yeah, you can be really talented and definitely try your best at something that you're just not a good match for.
Mm-hmm.
It's nobody's fault. It's just sometimes visions don't align.
Yeah, no. Like, it's really just a matter of casting and intent. And in this case, I think ultimately they made the right decision by going with Michael J. Fox.
Unpopular opinion, mozzarella should not be considered a cheese.
What the fuck?
Mozzarella has no flavor, adds nothing to whatever it's used in. Everything is made better with cheese, but not with mozzarella, so mozzarella should not be considered a cheese.
What do you have on your pizza?
That's not the definition of cheese. Stop.
That's not what, like... Also...
I had mozzarella straight from the bag last night, from the fridge, late night snack. It says, yikes, brofer.
Yeah, also, mozzarella is delicious, fuck you.
Yeah, no, it has a taste. What are
Yeah.
you fucking talking about?
No flavor. Are you fucking stupid?
Have you had a pizza in your life?
Yeah.
Or even a string cheese?
Yeah, string cheese...
especially fresh mozzarella. That's got a flavor.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, dude, mozzarella is fucking great. This dude's fucking stupid. He's an idiot.
Dude's been having shitty mozzarella his whole life.
Factually incorrect.
Mm-hmm. Unpopular opinion, pole dancers shouldn't expose any unnecessary skin to encourage men to appreciate their efforts. It's not why they do that. They like, yes, I know what you're getting at, but and that exists, but the real reason they show a lot of skin is because it grips the pole better.
It grips, yeah. Like, that's...
You can't really do it fully clothed. So, like, yeah, I know what you're... I know you're just trying to horny shame here, which fuck you for that.
Yeah.
But, like, secondly, there's an actual practical reason why it's like that.
Yeah, like... fucking...
Okay, so what I'm reading into it, what they're getting at is that they're upset that pole dancing specifically is heavily associated with strip dancing, and they're linking it because both wear very few clothes. But the reason both wear very few clothes is because you need to grip the pole.
Yeah, like the skin inherently sticks to the pole, so you can
one
grip it
came
better.
one came about from the other because it was kind of a technical necessity.
Yeah. So, like, there is a practical reason for it. I'm sorry, but they're showing skin because it's the best way to actually do pole dancing.
OP is confirmed stupid, and we have sentenced him to be hurled into the sun. Or her.
Bye-bye, Johnny.
Whee! Okay, and now we have scrolled all the way down to fucking garbage. Lin-Manuel Miranda is not a good composer level take, so I think we're done here.
We're done. All right.
Thank you for listening to the Baka Gaijin Show. If you want to be a part of the show, you can email us at bakagaijinshow@gmail.com. You can follow us at ZeekFreak, at CTremendorK, at JerarXD if you want. Throw him a bone, I guess. Subscribe for more fucking content, and we will see you next time. Ciao for ZeekFreak out. Ciao for now. I almost did that wrong. The first time in like 100
careful.
episodes.
Damn, holy shit.
Damn.
You're out of practice, man.
Just rushing through it. Thank you for listening to the Baka Gaijin Show. We'll see you next time. ZeekFreak out. Ciao for now.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes